Yeah, I'm over here. I had to get shit set up, bro.
Yeah, I'm up in this motherfucker, man. Fresh out of.
I'm over here. I
Oh,
had to
hold on, I
get
gotta
shit
turn
set
this
up,
shit
bro.
down, man. Goddamn, I forgot about that shit. I ain't did this shit in a while. Yeah, I'm up in this motherfucker though, man. Fresh out Crunch Fitness. I ain't going to that weak ass. What was that shit called?
Nigga, Lakers time, my nigga. Represent that purple and gold, my nigga.
Yeah. What was the other shit I told you I was going to?
That damn Planet Fitness, the purple and
Yeah.
yellow.
Yeah, that Planet Fitness shit. I ain't got nothing but ellipticals in that motherfucker. And one or two benches and all that kind of shit, man. I switched over to Crunch. I like it a lot better.
Yeah, that's they call that what they call it, like a no competition gym.
They call it what?
No competition, meaning like like no going hard and shit. They don't want nobody walking around that bitch thinking they bodybuilders, fitness athletes, no nothing.
You talking about that Planet Fitness?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All day. All day. That Crunch, you can throw the weight on the ground. Like if you're doing some deadlifts or something, you can chunk that shit on the ground when you get done. You know what I'm saying? I like that shit a lot better.
Yeah. Everybody go to that Planet Fitness because that shit it's only like what, like $10 a month or so.
Well, the
But
Crunch is the same price down here.
oh
If you
yeah.
get if you get the basic they got three tiers, you know what I'm saying? So if you get the lowest tier, it's $9.99 a month, but you do gotta pay a one-time fee of $55 per year, you know what I'm saying? And they also got the second tier, it's called the peak tier. That's the one I got. You can bring a guest and shit, but you don't get access to the classes. That's $24.99. And then they got the highest one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's $39.99 or $34.99, one of them. And you can bring a guest, you can join the classes and do all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that okay. See, yeah, I mean the classes. Most niggas say, "Oh, nigga, I don't need them classes," but keeping it real, niggas like us, we don't be going like taking our time to do like Pilates and yoga and shit. But if you had them classes that'll inspire your ass, then nigga, let me go get my posture straight, my nigga. Let me try something different.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that shit, man, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't the best when it comes to stretching and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I've been thinking about joining some of these classes so I can help me with my flexibility and shit like that. Hey man, it is storming over here, man. So you might hear some thunder in the background from time to time. You know what I'm saying?
Ah shit, yeah, I was talking to my folks in Baton Rouge earlier. He told me that shit coming. He had to go to the hardware store and all that to prepare for it. So I guess y'all getting that shit tough too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know when I be talking to my partners in Texas, that shit like I knock them niggas off the internet, off the phone, the whole nine.
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't
Yeah,
had no internet problems though, so hopefully it stay that way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, shit. This is about the time of the year when I give up my gym membership because it be warm out and shit. So yeah, I hit my fitness park, my nigga.
Yeah, I feel you on that. We ain't got all that down here though. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no fitness parks and all that kind of shit. So I just wanted to get on some weights, man, because I ain't been on weights in a long time, bro. Like I'm always worried about staying flexible and staying light in case I have to fight a motherfucker. I can get my shit off. And I just said, fuck it, man. I'm about to get back on these weights. Hey, this big motherfucker kind of tried to try me today a little bit, though.
He tried to get you up out of his spot, huh? Off his bench.
No, we were just passing by each other and shit. And I seen the dude kind of walk around, kind of flexing. Like he looked like one of them steroid taking motherfuckers. His body just looked weird. Like he got a lot of muscles, but it don't look right. It looks strange. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to make my mind up, dude. This nigga got implants or is he on some juice? But the way he acting, it made me think he got that roid rage or something. So he kind of looking at me and shit, and we had like a staring contest in the goddamn gym. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, I ain't about to back down. They got me fucked up, and as a matter of fact, I ain't say nothing to him, but I made sure I stayed close to him the whole time to see if he was gonna get froggy or not. When he go to a little workout area, I'm right there with him. He's sitting over there doing the bench press shit. I'm right there on the leg press, right there next to him. You know what I'm saying? And looking at him and walking by him and all this kind of shit, just trying to like check his temperature. But I noticed that when he was with his people, he was a lot more energetic. You know what I'm saying? But when he was kind of by himself, that shit kind of calmed down a little bit. So he just seemed like a bully type motherfucker. And if you show some weakness, he gonna try to ride you. But if you come back with something, he gonna cur. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, it's niggas like that. They want niggas like that. They be wanting the whole gym to themselves, so they think they can like intimidate a nigga to get up off the bench. There's some shit they don't even want to use just to get you up out of there.
Yeah, yeah. He just walk around that bitch flexing and all this kind of shit. So I guess this nigga think he the pie boss in this bitch or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, come on, man. I mean, he got some size on him, but he ain't gonna want to do no more wrestling. I already know.
Yeah, I can't lie. It's I am gonna miss. It's like a few of these leg machines that I like. I like hitting. The ones that work out your hips and shit. The hip flexes and all that. I am gonna miss them shits.
Yeah, yeah. I be on all that shit, man. I even be on the glute little thing and shit like the chicks, nigga. I be a full body workout, nigga, all day long. Shit, I need that shit for strength. You know what I'm saying? A lot of your motherfucking power come up through your legs and through your glutes and all that shit. So I be on all that shit, man. I'm all in.
Hell yeah, and nigga be on his like his goddamn all his lower his core work. Nigga working out them calves a lot. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I had my shit locked up today, fucking around with them calves, man. But I know the people ain't trying to hear us talk about no goddamn fitness all night and shit, man. We got to get on some boxing, huh?
Yeah. We got lazy listeners and shit. Niggas like to kick back and crack open beers and shit when they hear us. You know what I'm saying? Niggas pouring up Hennessy, yak, rolling up that what's that shit you like? The Delta 9 and the whoop whoop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So shit, I guess the most popping topic of the weekend, that goddamn riches riches clinches.
Yeah.
Boy.
I wasn't really too surprised because you know them Argentinian fighters, bro, they gonna bring some smoke. Like you gonna have to really put something on them motherfuckers to calm them down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been plenty of times I done seen like a decorated amateur, like a 3.5 or 4 or something like that. They go against a fucking Argentinian, and that Argentinian come with something. Like shit, we can think about the obvious ones like a Adrian Broner versus Marcos Maidana or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But man, I wasn't surprised, man. That dude was undefeated. It seemed like he had a lot of pride in his style. His activity ain't been the best, but he did have a fight, like a 1 round fight several months ago. So he was kind of active a little bit, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? And that motherfucker came to win, man. He getting on the inside, throwing a bunch of punches. Short type dude. They can be a problem sometimes if you don't know how to deal with that. Richardson Hitchens, he just out there just trying to box and move and groove. But the way the dude jumped on him, I think he kind of shocked him. He got caught with something early too, like a looping right hand when he was up against the ropes, and he did a little dance. You know what I'm saying? So, old boy got his respect early. I really thought he won the fight. I bet on Hitchens. We took Hitchens by decision at minus 152. Um, so I wasn't just gonna complain that we got the decision. You know what I'm saying? But I thought the other guy won though. All day long. Who you thought won that shit? Salute to the Kane in the chat. What's going down, bro?
Yeah. I see the candy up in that bitch. What's up with it? Man, I gotta keep it real. I actually thought Limos won that because he won rounds 10, 11, and 12. Um, but yeah, as far as like the Argentinian, see, I did my little research on Limos, and he wasn't. I'm gonna say this: he wasn't as rugged as some of the other Argentinians that we didn't see score upsets. And I did catch that he had a layoff. The only fight he had, it only went 1 round. And then on top of that, I was looking at it. He was ranked at 135 before, so he was really a lightweight. So for them reasons alone, I didn't think that he was going to be one of them tough Argentinians that be giving these niggas problems. And boy, was I wrong. He started out winning the fight. I felt like the middle rounds, them is the rounds that Richardson won, but by like the eighth round, his legs was his legs was gone because he was so fatigued. He had got hurt multiple times, so it was a close ass fight. And I must say, even like the widest round, it was one of the rounds where Richardson, he was just clinching the whole round, like doing nothing but just clinching. I was like, nigga, this borderline a 10-8 round, if you ask me. But yeah, I just thought based on the fact that Limos, he won rounds 10 through 12. I thought the nigga took that.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you. I pretty much agree with you, man. I thought Limos should have won the fight, bro. I'm kind of disappointed in Hitchens. He a 4 on my scale, promising type guy. But when he got in trouble, it reminded me of Devin Haney a little bit when he fought against Linares.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you remember Linares hurt him, and Haney, what he do? He held for like the last 3 rounds, like blatantly holding. The referee could have really took a point or multiple points on the cool the way he was holding. You know what I'm saying? But that just shows me like it ain't that much degree of separation between a lot of these guys. It just depends on the type of matchups that you've been in the ring with. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really ain't just too quick to jump on this Devin Haney is unbeatable type shit. You know what I'm saying? I done seen him have some struggles. He done had some close fights like with Lomachenko. Arguably could have lost. I want to see what's gonna happen moving forward. Even with Ryan Garcia, I think he's gonna fight back. But as far as Richardson Hitchens, I think he just ain't got it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some people just ain't got it, man. Like, and then I see Shakur Stevenson talking about, well, if he would have trained with me, he would have stopped him. Like, damn, that's what it take. But I'm saying that's what it take, though. A nigga got to go train with another star fighter so you can go out there and perform at your best. Back in the day, people like Marvin Hagler used to lock themselves up by their goddamn self out there in the woods in a cabin somewhere. He didn't need to be training with the other top fighters in the sport and shit so he can be sharp. Hell, all they needed was they paid sparring partners and they coach and the gym. That's all they needed. In the road, do some road work. You ain't got to go train with another star fighter so I can fight my best. I thought that was weak. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we're going to give him a chance to go to the drawing board. They gave him the decision because of the politics. So let's see if he going to come back with something strong in the next fight.
Yeah, Rod X, he didn't fell up in here, so he in the background listening, saying what's up to us.
Rod X, the champ, salute.
Man, hey, one thing I noticed, I'm not talking about all athletes from NYC, but these the boxers that come from Brooklyn, at least ever since, maybe the 80s and shit, it's like these boys, they toughness, it's a limitation on the amount of dog they got to them. And they usually be having big mouths, like to talk a lot of shit and all that. But, they end up getting exposed for a lack of heart, or they just don't got that it factor. Remind me of people like Danny Jacobs, who just didn't have that extra, I'm saying, gear. It's like he had a mental lapse every time he was in a tough fight. Me watching Richardson, it definitely, you nailed it. It looked like Devin Haney when Devin was in panic mode. I was seeing Richardson, he would like throw a punch, and as soon as he would get done with that, whether it be a 1 or a 1-2, he would lean in and look to hold. That's a scare fighter to me. That's like the clinch is part of your combination. That's a scare fighter.
I understand what you're saying. See, but it's a thing though. Somebody like Lemos is supposed to be tailor-made for a matador like what Richard Hitchens is supposed to be. Like what better opponent for a matador than a bull? You know what I'm saying? And he got a pressure fighter that's shorter. It ain't like he got one of them big, tall Espinosa pressure fighters like I think that's his name that we was talking about last time that beat Robesi Ramirez. He got one of the pit bull Cruz type of pressure fighters that's shorter and that's gonna come and throw a bunch of punches. I thought that would be a good stylistic matchup for him. That's why we dropped the bet. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, man, the dog doesn't seem to be there. When you talk about the New York fighters, it makes me think about that southpaw that fought against Jose Zepeda. I think his name is Josue Vargas or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in real arrogant, talking a lot of noise, got his ass knocked the fuck out. It makes me think about Uh,
Jalil Hack. No.
no, Little B Hop, Christopher Colbert, because he from New York too, and he come in with a lot of confidence, a lot of arrogance, and then he got put in his place by Hector Garcia. You know what I'm saying? So you might have a point with these cocky ass New York fighters, man.
God damn it. I can't remember. It's Top Rank. They got a fighter. He fought most of his career at welterweight, but now he fighting at 154. He's like a prospect for him, but he already took a loss. But he also from New York, and he one of them big mouth ass kids. I can't think of his name right now, but he like a youngster, maybe like early 20s. He already took his first loss, but he a perfect example. I can't think of his name right now though, y'all.
Yeah, I can't think of
you. Maybe I get it later or something. But I mean, we definitely nailed that point. It's these Brooklyn niggas, man. Every time I think of Colbert, boy, it's fun flashbacks.
Yeah. Well, it shouldn't be too surprising though on the cool what happened to him. I mean, that Hector Garcia fight, he fought against an Olympian. I don't know why they had him as a 30-1 underdog against little B Hop. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know B Hop 113-3, multiple time national champion. Well, you fighting this dude that's an Olympian. He got a good ass coach. It shouldn't have been surprising that he went out there and beat Kobe. We got a 3.5 going against a 4. So it shouldn't have been no surprise that the 4 won. You know what I'm saying? And plus the fight that he had against El Rayo. Rayo was like 50-5. He was a ringside national champion and shit like that. That's pretty good. I don't know if I can give him a 3.5, but he at least a 3. You know what I'm saying? And Colbert showed some toughness in the first fight. He got hugged the fuck out in the rematch, but he did show some toughness in the first fight. You know what I'm saying? So I give him a little credit on that. But even losing to somebody like that, you can't be too surprised. You know what I'm saying? This dude got an amateur background. He done won some shit. He got a lot of power. He bigger, stronger. Southpaw versus Southpaw. That shit was just all wrong for little B-Hop, man. Matter of fact, the 2 dudes that beat him was Southpaws, huh? Hector Garcia and El Rayo.
Yeah. You definitely right. Damn, you just had me thinking about, because I did see this. It was like a flyer floating around saying that El Rayo and Edwin De Los Santos gonna have a rematch, but I don't know how true that is. But I'm just thinking about how fun that'd be.
Yeah, that was a good fight the first time. That was the elevator man fight. They were knocking each other down.
Yeah, and referencing that fighter I was talking about, Jahai Tucker. That name sound familiar?
Yeah. Yeah. When he lost that majority decision fairly recently, I think he lost against that Puerto Rican kid that got an upset here recently. Damn, what's that kid name, man? He just went on Pro Box TV and got a pretty good upset over Luke Santa Maria. I can't think of his Flaws. Nicholas Flaws is his name. Yeah, that motherfucker went out there and beat Jai Tucker.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's one. And then the fight that Jai Tucker had before that, a lot of people felt like he lost that fight.
Yeah, that Nicholas Flaws versus Santa Maria. That's one of the reasons Yasa won the championship. Everybody had Santa Maria, and few people had Flaws. I was one of them. Yasa was one of them. We took the hotter fighter. And Flaws, he coming off that big win and shit like that. I thought he was gonna come and show something. That's what he did. And Santa Maria's a good fighter too. That motherfucker tough. Ain't never been stopped and been in there with good fighters. Like that, what's the name of the dude that beat the shit out of Joey Spencer at 154?
Oh, Ramos.
Yeah, Ramos. He fought both the Ramos. He fought the uncle and the nephew. He beat the uncle, and then the nephew came for revenge, and he went the distance with him. You know what I'm saying? So, salute to Santa Maria, but he got them hands put on him by Flaws though. The bees put on his ass.
Damn. Hey, he made me think we ain't heard a peep from Joey Spencer since that ass whipping. God damn.
Yeah, that was bad, man. That was one of my bad moments. I rolled hard for Joey Spencer, 9-time national champion, all this kind of shit, and went down with the shield, lost money and everything.
And did y'all interview him before, or am I mistaken?
Nah, we only interviewed Keyshawn and Cool Boy, Keyshawn brothers. Uh, Marlo, it's this 154-pounder that throw a bunch of punches and shit. I can't think of his fucking name, but Marlo interviewed.
Patel or something like that. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Marlo interviewed him, and I think that might be it. We ain't did a bunch of them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he that guy you talking about, he fought Tony Harrison, I believe.
Yeah. I thought he was too fast for Harrison, motherfucking ass. I think they ruled it a draw or something like that.
Yeah,
I might
yeah.
be wrong. I might be wrong, but you're right though. He did fight Harrison.
Yeah. Yeah. That's been a while since that fight happened. But I always, just what's his name? Joey Spencer. I used to hear interviews. I was like, man, this kid just so damn nice. But I was like, man, to me, he just sorry as fuck as a fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, you always said you didn't have no belief in that motherfucker. You look like you was right. I guess we got to see a little bit more. Maybe we shouldn't just judge him too harshly off of one loss. Ramos do look like he could potentially be a leader in the division. You know what I'm saying? I know he lost to Lubin, but shit, I thought he beat Lubin. A lot of people thought he beat Lubin. And I wouldn't count him out against Tim Zoo or none of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we gotta see Joey Spencer moving forward, see what he gonna come back with.
Yeah. One thing about the fighter going back to Lemos, fighters like that, even though they lose a fight, they win in a sense that they guaranteed another TV slot, possibly as a main event, against another coming in as an opponent again. So, it ain't all just bad for a fighter like that. So we will be seeing Lemos again. Hopefully we'll see him at lightweight, which is his natural weight. So we know that fight was an IBF eliminator, and I know you didn't heard and seen this nigga making all types of excuses about the IBF hydration clause. He even said he want to rematch Lemos without no rehydration clause. So I mean, what you think? You think this nigga gonna run from Subriel or what?
Man, I mean, going into a fight like that, coming off this type of fight, your confidence can't be very good. I mean, Matias is gonna bring at least the type of pressure that you just got. More than likely, even more pressure, more accuracy, and more power. And just a mean, relentless type motherfucker that don't want to do nothing but pound you into the dust. And you coming off this tough quote unquote win. Like, how can you feel good about yourself going into some shit like that? And if Pyro win, Pyro, if for him to win, that means that he just shows you something remarkable. So you gonna feel confident going against that? And you just struggle with Lemos like this? He might feel like he got some things he need to take care of. Man, he got to go back to the drawing board a little bit, tighten some shit up, because he'll get fucked up with Matias if he gonna fight the way he just fought. And before I was saying, man, I take Richardson Hitchens over Matias. I'm gonna ride with my skill. I'm gonna ride with my I mean, because I looked at him like a matador. So if I'm gonna see him off in there with the Bulls, why wouldn't I feel good about taking a matador? See, but the thing is, you got to be able to sit down on something and put a motherfucker in his place too. You can't get in there and just get hunted down the whole time, man. You got to get up in that motherfucker and put some heat on. Let them know, like, you can be hurt too. Keep running in here irresponsibly and you're going to get caught with something. He ain't got that. He just a little too cute. He want to move and touch you with a jab and slide, grab hold, referee break, get back on the jab a little bit, back against the ropes. And it's just, I don't have no belief in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Like I said, if people that paid attention to that fight, his combos consisted of a clinch at the end in the later rounds. And look, one day Subriel, his chin is gonna get cracked. We all know that. But if part of your offense is to hold, that means you're not confident in what you throwing at a nigga. You're not gonna be the type of fighter to get him up out of there. And a fighter like Subriel who gonna feast on that, he gonna feel you nervous and weakening and shit. Man, yeah, that's a terrible style matchup.
Yeah, and then he probably ain't got the power to keep Matias off of him anyway. He got 18 wins, but only 7 knockouts now. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes you get some pressure fight, like you just said. Somebody gonna crack that chin eventually. But it take time. Like we think about Jared Hurd. Jared Hurd walked through punches for a while. Then finally got the motherfucking chin cracked, fucking around with J-Rock. Then he came back trying to box. Same thing happened with Fundora. Fundora, pressure fighter, he get knocked out by Mendoza, and then he come back trying to box. You know what I'm saying? It takes a little time, and it takes the right type of puncher. Matias ain't been in the ring with nobody like that yet. So he got all the tread on his tires. He firing on all cylinders. He ain't no backward step in his vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? So if he waiting on his chin to crack, he gonna be waiting for a while, and he gonna have to come with a better knockout percentage than that shit he got. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, man. You know, like I said, that's something he definitely gonna want to rethink. Most likely, what he gonna do, he gonna hop in one of these other sanctioning bodies and get ranked high, and then just go that route because. Bro, that's just a terrible style matchup. And one thing we gotta take in note: that fight that was with a ref that allowed a lot of holding. Imagine one of these referees that's not gonna allow you to do all that damn holding.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I was listening to a channel, and they had Jack Reese, and he was explaining how they view clinching and stuff. And they were saying, yeah, most of these refs they allow too much clinching. And then it is some refs that they get on your ass about that clinching, all that holding. Like they allow you to hold when you hurt, and that's it. So yeah, that fight could have went a totally different way if you had a different referee. But I also want to point out for that fight, one of the officials that had it like 117 to 111 or something. That official, his name is Tim Cheatham. And they had listed on Twitter, they had listed like all the fights over the last year that he didn't been in big fights, and he didn't gave terrible scores in a lot of these fights. These fights that's being scored split decision, he's the one with the lopsided score. So Tim Cheatham, that's somebody that we need to look into, bro.
Yeah, I watched this little documentary thing, man. They were talking about how judges be getting in with the promoters and shit, and it'd be different favors. They might pay them. Sometimes they take them out to like fancy restaurants and feed them expensive dinners and kind of wine and dine them and get them on their side. They even had stories about promoters bringing judges hookers so they can get them on their side and get the right scorecard for their fighter. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a lot of corruption when it comes to all that kind of shit. The scorecard he had, he couldn't have based that on watching the fight. You know what I'm saying? That had to be corruption. So I wouldn't be surprised if he got a steak dinner, some lobster, and some hookers and all kind of shit for that 117, 111. Salute to my nigga Cypher Supreme, man. Long time no see. Eric R in the building, Joseph Brown, all rise for the honorable judge Joe Brown. Salute to y'all, boy, man. We're going down.
Yeah. I'm about to bring socially scientists up in this thing, but yeah, Cypher Supreme. We ain't seen him in a while, so it's good to see that boy pop up. And then you got a few of the usual suspects that then came through. Eric R, you ain't almost missed this damn show, nigga. You know that that dinner don't hit right without listening to your favorite show. We here, my nigga. I'm gonna give it to DK. What's up with it, boy?
Yo, y'all was talking about me earlier, yo. Who was winning the fight before I got knocked out?
Hey, nigga, bring us some chicken, nigga.
When the last time you see me get hit in a fight before I lost to El Rayo?
When your first album dropped, my nigga?
When the last time you see me get hit? When the last time you see me get hit in a fight?
That definitely sound like B-Hop.
What's happening, y'all?
Yeah, salute was going down with you.
Not much, man. Y'all done came on late and shit.
How you feel about your man's? What you call them? Clinchins, Richardson clinchins.
Now that's what you call. I call him Richardson.
Oh man.
Man, hey, I just felt like he was clinching too much, dog. Like you said, like it was a point in the fight where he was just scared the dude was about to throw a punch and he clinched him. Like it wasn't even nothing going on. He just grabbed the dude. I was like, bro, this the kind of shit I don't like right here. That's
And
the kind of shit that Haney was doing, like Trey said, like Haney was doing against Lenore. Like he'd just be sitting there juking side to side and then he'd grab him. Like, like
yeah,
it wasn't that going on. You just grab it because you scared that a punch might get thrown at you. That's
yeah.
that fearful shit, man.
I'm gonna tell you what made it even worse. It was Clarissa's commentary to go with it. Because
Bruh.
this nigga getting his ass whooped, and it's bothering her. Cause she
Yeah, she said she over there like, oh God. That shit sound like
Yeah.
somebody grandmama. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, that shit was a mess, man. She off of there being biased. This nigga losing, and she steady. All her commentary is in favor of him. They ain't giving no love to Lemos. Then they come with this raggedy ass unanimous decision. They didn't even have the decency to give this man a split decision, or at least a majority, so everybody know that Lemos was fighting in that bitch. They made it a UD to make it look like Richardson Hitchens went out there and handled that man easily. You know what I'm saying? Like that, all that shit was just a big bunch of political bullshit, bro.
Yep, yep. See, that type of shit right there be deceptive on people's record too. They're like, oh, he beat Lemos by unanimous decision.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really a draw at the best for me.
Yeah,
I
for
thought
real.
Lemos won the fight. You know what I'm saying? If they want to give it a draw, I wouldn't have been complaining too bad, I guess. Even though I still felt like Lemos won, but I would have felt a lot better than this UD that this man. The only UD I'm trying to hear is unanimous draw. I don't want to hear no unanimous decision for no Richardson Hitchens unless it's the other way. If they had a UD for Lemos, I wouldn't have said shit. Good fight, Lemos.
Yeah, Lemos rocked that man multiple times. Like for you to talk that kind of shit that Richardson be talking, bro, you can't go out there and get hit like that. You supposed to be Mr. Suave out there, man. You ain't you ain't supposed to take them kind of shots.
Hey,
Yeah.
man. Hey, like for y'all, that don't know, if y'all just go on that man's Twitter, look, this is why we giving him such a hard time, because that man, any like any junior welterweight or lightweight that fight, Richardson Hitchens, he run to Twitter and he talk about how he could beat him and how he would have did this to him. He one of them types of fighters, and then
Oh
that's what
yeah.
he put out for us.
Right. Yeah, you right. He always be talking shit. Oh, he light work. He easy work.
Hey, salute to Irv H in the building, man. Let's give a cold partner out of Florida, man. What's going down, bro? They need to throw that motherfucker a wrench, man. He part of our family. He back then in Discord and everything.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna see if yeah, I don't think I got. I'm gonna see if I got permissions to do it. But yeah, I'll be seeing Irv on the regular up in here and back there. So yeah, I definitely want to say what's up to him as well, bro.
Yeah. That motherfucker
Everything.
real boxing dude. But yeah, that shit was crazy, man. This motherfucker went out there. I
And then
just
when
I
he
just
throw a punch back, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I thought the man was tailor made for him, bro. We got the bull matched up against a matador. Oh, if you a matchmaker or you a manager, what better opponent could you get for Richardson Hitchens? You got a dude that ain't been super active. He had a layoff and then he had a 1-round fight. So he basically done had 1 round of action in like a year or some shit like that. And he's small. You know what I'm saying? Like this motherfucker, Hyphy said he was ranked at 135 or something like that. He orthodox, and you got to worry about no southpaw or nothing like that. He coming straight to you, straight in the front door, squared up sometimes too. What more could you want for your fighter? And he go out there and perform like that. Like I'm pretty sure, bro, his team got to feel discouraged after this past weekend.
Yeah. He had all kind of excuses though. I'm getting back active. These other guys, they've been real active and wow.
Yeah, I heard him say that. I'm like, brother, that don't make no sense because he said this is my first year in boxing. I've been active. Yeah, nigga, you been going 12 rounds every time. You didn't fought 3 times within a year's frame. So, nigga, you don't got no rest on you, bruh. You supposed to be peaking.
Every time. You didn't fuck. Yeah.
Goddamn Olympian, your homeboy with Shakur Stevenson and all these people, everybody vouching for you. Carissa loving to death over there, singing his praises. Like, god damn, man.
It was funny because every time he threw a punch back, there you go, there you go, there you go.
Yeah, yeah. When Limos pieced his ass up with a combo, she said, "No, no, 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 no." I said, "Man, hey, the zone. They need to run that little message across the screen, like we are sorry for the commentary. Like, come on, man. This is, I mean,
Hey, they
man,
had to call her out at one point. The other two was it Mannix and what's his name? They were like, "Are you cheering him on? You gotta be biased. You gotta be unbiased here, Clarissa."
she's never coming back. And the messed up part, me and the Kane, we had just said, she looking good up there tonight, bruh.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, she doing a good job doing this commentary until we got to the main event. And yeah, everything changed, man. Like that's her little brother or something. It almost felt like she was calling a fight for a blood relative.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hey, what y'all think about that Sky fight? That Sky Nicholson fight? If y'all saw it.
I saw her go out there and box and move and groove in that motherfucker. I knew she had a fairly tough opponent in front of her that wasn't going to get stopped easily or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But she looked like Scott Nicholson. I didn't kind of grown to know what to expect from her. I like her little check hook that she got from the Southpaw stands. She loved that. And she gonna box from the outside and look good. If she fight against Amanda Serrano or somebody like that, I actually think she got action. I think she gonna come and bring something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was about to ask what y'all think about her matchup with Serrano. I think if she could stay away from Serrano for 12 rounds, because Serrano want to fight them 3-minute rounds, so or 10 rounds or whatever.
That's a good point. And that's Southpaw versus Southpaw too, so it might be a little bit harder for her to stay away from power from Serrano, unless I'm tripping on Scott Nicholson being a Southpaw. I think she is though, right?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, so that's Southpaw versus Southpaw, nigga. The lanes is open. So you're gonna have to stay away from the left hand and the right hook from Serrano.
Hey, but she came out and said, yeah, that 12 rounds, 3 minutes, she said she with it. I think the only she did good as far as like she cleared old girl. My only thing it was like it seemed like it was too easy for her, so it's like she was having lulls where she was getting bored. And my only thing would be you got to remember, even if you win in a fight, you also got to keep the crowd entertained. Because she was having a lot of moments where she was just trying to prove like old girl couldn't hit her and stuff like that. So I think she needs to work on that.
Yeah, it seemed like she one of them fighters that as her competition get better, she gonna improve in areas like that. Like she gonna stay dialed in, she gonna stay focused throughout the duration of the round and not have them lulls and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like at this level, she might be kind of bored with these opponents. She seemed to kind of feel like she made for the top level. So I'm interested to see what she gonna do when she step up like that.
To me, she seemed kind of basic. Like I'm gonna circle to my right and I'm gonna hit you with a hook here and there. But I don't know. Do you see anything like any better wrinkles to her game?
Well, for me, like her fights are some of the easiest to score for me because like she clearly hits and not gets hit. Sometimes when I watch women fights, that should be a nightmare for me. I'll be like, God damn, how could anybody score this? You know what I'm saying? Because the exchanges don't be as clean, but with her, I can easily tell who's winning the round. So that is something that I like about her, but I agree with you that it do look kind of basic at times, and I won't be surprised if she get in there with somebody that's real tough and durable and can outwork her especially on the inside. You know what I'm saying? But she definitely got some talent though. She got some skills all day.
Yeah, I think the thing with Serrano is gonna bring that pressure, and she got a hell of a gas tank. She gonna keep pressure. And if she get tired, she's scared to get hit, and she gonna get fucked up by Serrano. So we'll see.
So
It
Cypher
really,
Supreme and Joseph, yeah, they rocking with Serrano. They said they liking what Serrano bringing to the table.
well, she got the experience and the politics behind her too. So I wouldn't be surprised if I definitely expect Serrano to be the favorite in the fight. You know what I'm saying? But I know Serrano ain't really got the deepest amateur background, and I know this chick does. So if I was to take Serrano, I got to buck my scale. I don't know if I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I do see an avenue for Serrano to win, definitely.
Yeah, I think that was like the highlighted women's fight. But shit, the one fight that damn near happened, Clarissa and Alicia. What y'all got on that shit, bro?
I really ain't got much, bro. I mean, to me, it seemed like it's all just a smokescreen to make us not think about the failed test. Um, that's what it looked like to me. Like she failed the test. Instead of having everybody focus on that, let me call out Clarissa, somebody that's a lot bigger than me. I've been fighting at what 135, 130 or some shit like that. And I'm talking about fighting somebody that ain't fought below 54, somebody that's fighting at 60 and 68 and all this kind of shit. Like, how could that be nothing but a smoke screen? You know what I'm saying? If it was a male fighter at 135 or 130 calling out somebody at 168, what would we be saying? Or even 160, we'd be like, man, this motherfucker crazy. This is a waste of time. But since it's Alicia Baumgartner, it's causing some traction. Like, that shit means nothing. She just over there trying to distract us, bro. That's the way I see it.
And she know Clarissa gonna take the bait. If you talk shit to Clarissa, she gonna talk shit back.
Yeah.
And but I mean, at the same time though, in women's boxing, you got Terry Harper and Natasha Jonas who jumped up from 130 to 154 and won titles. So it's a little different over there in women's boxing. But I mean, Clarissa ain't these chicks that they beat.
Yeah, I feel you on that because that is something that happens pretty frequently. But man, her fighting Carissa is even bigger jump than what Terry Harper did, though, right? Because Harper, she went up 24 pounds, and this girl here talking about going up 30. I even heard Carissa say she can fight me at 68. So that's going up 38 pounds, and you going against the GOAT of all time.
Yeah.
As a woman fighter, I'm talking about the all-time GOAT. That's who you talking about moving up in weight to go fight. And this woman, 29 years old, in her fucking prime, still got all this confidence, all this youthful energy, still walking around with the same type of fire, like she ain't getting the respect that she deserved. That's who you want to go fight? Man, that shit tough, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joseph, he said it's like very, very, WWE-ish. And that's how I feel too, because it's clear, Alicia, she already think, she a bigger star than Clarissa. So therefore, she not going to give into her demands, and the fight is never going to come to fruition. Like you said, DeCane, Clarissa, she don't know how to say no to a single fight, bro. You can probably tell, like, trolls really bother her and shit. But it just made for some crazy ass mess after the fight, and it just sucked knowing that a fight ain't gonna come out of it.
Right.
Yeah, Carissa, motherfucker, man. I watched Layla Ali versus Jackie Frazier the other day.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I man, that shit was way different than I remember, bro. I remember
How did you remember it?
I remember Jackie Frazier being weak as well water and getting her ass whooped. I watched it when I was a little kid, but when I rewatched it, Frazier was in that bitch. Nigga,
Yeah.
she was winning rounds. That was a
Right.
hard fight for Layla Ali. And man,
Yeah.
looking at that, she ain't got nothing for Carissa. She need to
Oh
shut her
no.
motherfucking ass up. Because she ain't got nothing for no Clarissa.
Yeah, I
Nathaniel.
could have told you that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she ain't got nothing for Clarissa, man. I hear that. I hear the background rumbling. The clouds is forming. The cumulo nimbus clouds, nigga, they forming for the lightning storm. And it's
And
Oh
hey,
man, that's the
that
eclipse.
mean that mean my nigga warmed up now. He ready to cook. Yeah.
Did y'all watch the eclipse though?
Nah, it was too cloudy out here, man.
You know what? That's what I thought too, man. But that shit actually assisted the goddamn eclipse.
Oh
Um, yeah, I was able to catch it on like the edge of the clouds, and that shit was helping. I was able to look at a lot of it without the aid of the glasses, just with the naked eye. But that shit was beautiful, nigga. Like we got a full eclipse. It was dark as fuck down here, like it was 10 o'clock at night or something. Street lights coming on and everything. You know what I'm saying? But that shit was tight. It had I could see a prominence. That's like a ejection of plasma from the surface of the sun. They can lead to a coronal mass ejection and shit like that. But I could see it with my naked eye. It was like a little pink little dot that was at like the bottom little right little edge of the eclipse and shit. That shit was beautiful, man. I could also see some planets and shit off in the sky. That shit was tight, man. For real.
Yeah, I was only was had to watch some YouTube clips of because we didn't have a view of it from here. But I had a neighbor, nice lady too, on my street, nigga. She stayed outside all day waiting for that eclipse, and that shit ain't come, bro. I said that's dedication like a motherfucker.
At first, I wasn't even gonna worry about it, man. When I seen all them clouds, I was like, man, I ain't gonna be able to see no goddamn eclipse with these clouds like that. Now I got on my little old workout, you know what I'm saying? And then my old man hit me up talking about, man, hey, you outside? I said, nah, man, I just started doing some push-ups or something, man. I ain't worried about it. He said, man, the clouds is helping you see the motherfucker. Go out there and look again. And I went out there and looked, and I could see the partial eclipse pretty. And then he came over and brought the glasses that he had, because I'm trying to look at the eclipse with some regular sunglasses. That sun eating my motherfucking retina up through the motherfucking sunglasses. And he brought the real ones, and that shit was a nice experience, man, for real.
Hey, Eric R. He said he met Jackie Frazier and her brother a few years ago. He said she looked good in person and respectful and all that.
Man,
All right.
trying to watch the eclipse with some blue blockers.
That's what's up. But yeah, that eclipse.
Hey, I ain't trying to be rude to Kane, but bro, you're gonna probably have to be on mute until you get ready to talk, because like every time we talk, you just hear that rumbling, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
Damn, my fault.
Yeah, I try to assist with that if he ain't on it. But yeah, man. I hope that was just something good to have everybody attention on throughout the week, and I hope the few that was able to see it, I hope y'all did take advantage of it.
Which one are you talking about right there?
Oh, I was talking about the eclipse still.
Oh yeah. That was gangster right there. All the hype with the glasses and shit, that wasn't nothing. The real deal is when that full eclipse hit and everything go dark, and you can just look up there and look at that shit with the naked eye. That's the real motherfucking show. I tried to take some pictures, man, but my pictures came out raggedy. You know what I'm saying? But that's definitely an experience I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life.
Hell yeah. What Joseph said, he said, Joseph said you could go permanently blind without having the glasses on. Damn.
Yeah, that was square business.
Then Eric R. He got to come with a joke all the time, saying, "Yeah, you gonna be the Ray Charles. You can't call fights no more and shit."
Yeah, that I was trying to look at that partial, but when it was a full eclipse, I ain't need no glasses. I ain't need nothing. You could just look at it with the naked eye. You know what I'm saying? That was like, it almost felt biblical or something. For real. That was a special experience.
Yeah. The only thing I probably didn't like, it was just so much misinformation going on about it. Like you had people running around here talking about, oh, it's about to be 3 days of darkness and people about to be breaking into your houses and all type of shit. I'm like, come on, man.
A lack of knowledge,
That
man.
damn Trey X sound like Nat Turner talking about biblical.
Yeah, it just made me think like
And that
that's.
man, you know that man revolted because he saw an eclipse.
I mean, I could see something like that. I mean,
And he saw that eclipse. He said that's a sign from God. You got to kill
yeah,
these white folks.
I could see why people would take shit like that as a sign. It was just bright day, nigga. I'm talking about sun out. Well, you know, it was partial. It had some clouds and shit up there too. You know what I'm saying? But every now and then the sun will poke through. You can still tell it's daylight outside, and all of a sudden it looked like it's nighttime with the street lights is on and everything. Like, I bet people in antiquity was like, man, that got to be a sign from God. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah. Like I said, very, people that could see it in person, very fortunate because I had to just look at, people in YouTube that recorded the shit, and even that shit looked good.
Yeah.
Man, so out on Friday, another 140-pound fight that a fighter that didn't disappoint and actually impressed. Was y'all able to catch Tito Mercado his fight on Friday?
Yeah, I was his opponent uh disappointed me. You know what I'm saying? He normally very tough. He done been in there with some hard punches and some good fighters. Well, he went up in there and went out like a Kirk because he was coming off a 3-year layoff. He hadn't fought since 2021. So I got to throw that off in there. I mean, it would be better if Mercado was fighting somebody that's been active. For some reason, they put him off in there with somebody that ain't fought in 3 years. But he did what he had to do. Got the stoppage. Salute to him. I seen that shit you put in there too, talking about I always come watch y'all niggas fighters, and when my fighter fighting, y'all nigga don't want to come through. I did hit the link and watch that shit, nigga.
Fuck with Mercado, nigga. Fuck with Tito Mercado. Hey,
Yeah.
the only thing I'll probably say about that is that fight was in Houston, and the shit was pretty empty, if we being honest. But he's from somewhere like out here in my area. When he have his fights out here, he can actually pack like a nice little arena, like a club fighter. So that's probably the only thing. But other than that, he was hella aggressive. You know what I'm saying? He was putting the gas on his ass for sure. The only thing the guy Barrio, he it's like he just came in there saying, "Blah, I ain't in shape like that." He wasn't taking no chances. So yeah, but Tito, he did his thing nonetheless.
Yeah, he did his thing, man. Let's just see him in there with some guys more active so I can give him more credit because I'm always going to take a look at that layoff, man. 3 years? Like, come on, bro.
Hell yeah, and I wonder how much, because he had just signed with it's called Red Owl Boxing. That's like they basically just like throw events, and they got a network deal with the Zone. So I don't know if that was the reason that they had an opponent who was coming off a huge layoff or something. But I think they could have did a better job with selection of an opponent. But I want to give credit to that Tito and his team because they independent. They ain't signed with no promoter, but they've been doing a good ass job of just giving him some solid opponents to build him as a fighter, while he basically working independent, doing club shows and all that. And I think a lot of these fighters could take a page out of his playbook and do the same. They could get on some club shows, stay active. They could do local fights.
What y'all think about Diego Pacheco?
Ooh wee.
I don't know, man. He never really excited me or really, gave me a reason to tune in. Then.
That motherfucker went out there and got an expose ran on his ass to me. You tall, you got the long going. Nigga, where your power jab at? You was going against another orthodox fighter, and I didn't see the jab. Like, it wasn't, I can't think of too many times in that fight that I was impressed with Pacheco. That was an expose to me, man. His opponent was a little underrated, in my opinion. He a 2 on my scale. Had about 70 amateur fights. Went out there and beat Money Powell, the fourth. He beat another motherfucker too. I think he beat Von Alexander. You know, he tough and durable, gonna come fight back. The guy had some skills. He had never fought past 8 rounds though, so I wasn't surprised when I saw him slow down in the later half of the fight. But he definitely went out there and won some rounds. He was able to slow the pace down. He had some good reflexes, landed some power. Some counter punches that seemed to throw off the confidence of Pacheco a little bit. Like he wouldn't commit to an attack all the time because he was getting countered from time to time. You know what I'm saying? But as far as projecting Pacheco to the top level, I don't think he got it. I think he gonna be like a B+ level fighter or something like that. But I don't think he got it for the top guys. I don't even think he could whoop no Caleb Plant or nobody like that. I think Plant put bees on his ass. You know what I'm saying? That's just my take on it, though. We'll see.
Yeah. Hey, the one thing I liked about I forgot his name. There was something. The guy, his opponent,
Sean
McCorman. For a dude who was, kind of pretty inexperienced at the pro level, he had all like the dirty tactics and shit. That nigga was getting away with as many, rabbit punches and little elbows and forearms and shit. That's the type of fighter I like. When you limited on talent and skills and shit, but you gonna go in there and try and have all the intangibles. I like a fighter like that, and that's why I had him win the first half of the fight. And even after that fight, I was like, bro, this fight could have really went either way. That dude, even with his limitations, he showed that Dago defense is definitely nothing to brag home about. And on top of that, he don't really know how to generate offense too well. He know how to just, throw punches just too, but like really generate an offense. Nah, he don't understand offense that well.
At least give me a jab, bro. Give me a shotgun jab. You know what I'm saying? I respect jabs to set up shit and all that, but I like a good snapping shotgun jab on a motherfucker. A jab that you can hurt somebody with. And with his frame, that's what I want to see. And it just I didn't see that, man. Every now and then he step in with a raggedy 1-2 or something like that. He was missing this shit by an inch early in the fight. Then the second half of the fight, he started landing. But I think his success was mainly because of McCorman's lack of experience going deep in fights. He got tired late in the fight, so he started doing more wrestling and holding instead of throwing punches. And that's what allowed Pacheco to get back in the fight and take the lead. You know what I'm saying? So if he get off in there with somebody at the top level that can set up their own offense, I think he gonna have some problems, man. I think he gonna have some trouble. And shit, put his ass in there with Morel or somebody like that and see how I'm saying they both young. I ain't like I'm saying nothing crazy. They both young. In their prime. They got he got more fights than Morel. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't saying nothing crazy. They in the same weight class. You know what I'm saying? They in the same weight class.
Man, that nigga about 3 levels removed from Morel. Like I said, I think them boys like Shishkin and all that whoop his ass.
Your voice sound real low. Is it just me?
Yeah, you too low now, DeCane.
Shit, I don't know what's going on. Y'all hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah. I said the shit you saying something like throw that roach off in there with that praying mantis and see what happens.
Yeah, man, they young, man. I don't see nothing wrong with putting the youngsters against each other, and let's see who come out on top. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with that shit. Hyphy sent me a badass article, man, that everybody should read. And this trainer, I can't remember who it was, but he was a former fighter though. And he said that some of these fighters run around in a tiger suit and they in the jungle. So when they run around in that tiger suit, all the other animals see him and they run. But eventually he gonna run into another tiger. And that tiger's gonna want to know what you got. And he can't turn around and say, well, nah, bro, I just got a suit on. I don't want to fight. The tiger gonna say, well, goddamn it, you look like a tiger. So let's get our paper. And sometimes you gotta find out. And Pacheco looked like he wearing a tiger suit. You know what I'm saying? So when he get off in there with somebody that's coming with something like a Christian and Billy type motherfucker, I think we gonna find out that he wearing a goddamn suit and he ain't a real tiger. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, man, because so far, we have been praising the nigga. He had been getting some extra accolades just from being part of that Benavidez team. And like I said, a fighter with limitations did that to him. So yeah, a lot of shit need to change, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. He got a lot of work to do.
He was knocking niggas out. You know what I'm saying? He about 18 wins with 15 knockouts. Shit, he was looking impressive on paper. But when you turn the tape on, this motherfucker wearing a tiger suit. But we gonna see though, man. I just every time a big name at 168 come to my mind, I don't see him beat none of them. Canelo, I don't see it. Benavidez, I don't see it. Morrell, I don't see it. Christian and Billy, I don't see it. Caleb Plant, I don't see it. Shit, we can go on and on. Maybe give him action at Berlanga. But Berlanga do got a better jab than him, in my opinion. And he do got a 162-17 amateur record in the United States. So I think Berlanga probably should be favored over Pacheco. But that's probably the only guy that I could see him beating, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna just say, like, once again, it make me look at, like, I don't know if Benavidez is the proper trainer for him, but if he love that team or whatever, hey, whatever to him. But like guys like Mbili, he can be. I'm thinking now, to me, a risky ass fight for him. Well, remember that guy Gongora that Mbili fought last year?
Yeah, that motherfucker was tough as a
Yeah.
goddamn West Texas boot. Carlos Gongora.
Yeah, hey, that might be too risky for him. Like we might watch that fight and say, hey, this was dumb matchmaking.
Yeah, I mean, he was a 4.5 on the scale too. Can't forget about that. He got an amateur background, and he ain't going nowhere. You can't hit him 1 or 2 times and he leave. He gonna keep coming back with something because Billy hit him with everything but the kitchen sink, man.
Everything.
And then Billy can really punch, and that dude withstood all that shit. That was one of the most best displays of toughness that I've seen in a long time in boxing. I'll put it right up there with Mendoza, what he just went through against Boachu. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't be caring about that kind of shit, like what fighter tough and all. Man, I got respect for motherfuckers like that.
Yeah, but I still be thinking about that fight you just mentioned, like Mendoza. Like my only thing is that dude, he took a whole bunch of punishment in that fight because the punches that he was blocking, he had his gloves just on his head and shit, just taking them punches. And that's my only thing with that. But that's a tough SOB right there. I give him that.
His jaw looked like it was swollen, like it was almost broken or something too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what all kind of damage he took in that fight, but man, that was an amazing display of toughness, man.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to see what other fight was on that card.
Hey, they got a fight card coming up with a tough motherfucker, this Angel Reboyard or something like that. He done been in the ring with all kind of motherfuckers. He got a little amateur background, but he done been in there with Abdullah Mason and a few of them, man. Tough opponents. They ain't never stopped him. And he done knocked off a few undefeated motherfuckers his own self. If you look at his record, all you see is undefeated. Amateur background. That's all you see. And they just keep on throwing him out there. He got another tough opponent coming up here. I think it's like next week or something. Maybe it's something like that, because I know they just did the public workouts for this event. I think it's gonna be on the zone. I can't remember the name of it, but there's gonna be a nice little card. I was looking at some of the fighters on there. They got some tough motherfuckers on there. I gotta find the name of it.
See that those types of fighters, I'm gonna say for every like 20 fights they have, they gonna have about 3 upsets.
Yeah.
Because they just in there like back to back tough shit, you know?
Yeah. This dude battle tested, man.
Yeah, yeah. And that's I'm gonna say those types of fighters, that it's like borderline prospect contender, like that's when you want to fight them dudes. If you just got a young ass prospect, yeah, it might not be a good idea to go fucking with one of them types of dudes, bro.
It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to build up your fighter for pay-per-view, keep them away from guys like that. But if you're trying to build up your fighter to be really good and to be like a respectable fighter across the ages, like we remember this guy, he great fighter and all that kind of stuff, you do want to fight guys like that early. Like a Mayweather fighting against the what's my man?
Augustus
And shit like that early on. Guys that ain't got the greatest records and all that kind of stuff, but they gonna come and bring you a test and teach you something. See, the problem is most of these managers and promoters and all this kind of stuff, they moving their fighters to get them ready for pay-per-view, and they not giving them the right kind of test early on. You need to test. You need to put your fighter in there with a pressure fighter and see how you react to it. Put him off in there with a southpaw. Put him off in there with a power puncher. Put him off in there with a guy that can move and groove on the outside. Put him in there with somebody that got amazing speed, but maybe not the most power. Like the guy we was talking about earlier, that Marlo did the interview with at 154. You know what I'm saying? All these type of guys, they prepare him for when he move up. Because when you move up, you're going to see guys with power. You might have to fight a good southpaw. You might have to fight a motherfucker that can move. Like Jaron Ennis when he fought Cameron Chikadze. You gonna have to see shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So they need to get back to moving the fighter to get them good instead of moving the fighter just to get them ready for pay-per-view or all that kind of shit.
Yeah, because it's like something they do. They showcase them on like pay-per-view undercards and totally mismatched fights. That once again just helps them look good and get ready for them to headline cards and stuff. And you see what I'm saying? Once you get to that level, it's no guarantee that they was necessarily ready to be at that level. Herb, he said, yeah, he got a lot of respect for like these guys they call human punching bags because durability is one thing that he looked for. So see, that's something that he admired in a fighter. Got to respect that. Eric R, he got a question for us. He asking, do we think Jaron, if we think Jaron should move up to 154 because there's a lot of fighters up there who looking for opponents also, and then he's saying 147 is kind of thinning out real quick. What y'all got on that?
I think this is the time to do it. If you want to go from 147 to 154, this is the time. Because ordinarily, like in my mind, the biggest jump in boxing is from 147 to 154 ordinarily. Like you could literally go from fighting somebody like Danny Garcia at 147, somebody that's 5'8" with a 68-inch reach, and you could go to 154 and be fighting a 6'6" man with an 81-inch reach in Fundora. Like there's not another weight class where you see that dramatic type of jump. For a while, the fighters up there was big. You have people like Andrade, 6'1". What's that motherfucker reach? I think you got 76-inch reach or something like that. They got a long reach. You had Charlo, male Charlo, 5'11", got a 72-inch reach. Even his fucking brother, Jamal Charlo, was at the damn division. You had people like Jared Hurd, also people like Fundora came along. A lot of real big motherfuckers. But they kind of moving out the division now. You don't really see them as prominent as they once were. Now you're starting to see people like Tim Tszyu, who's 5'10". You got Earl moving. You got 147 pounders that's moving up there. Other good fighters like Charles Conwell, Israel Madrimov, Kurbanov. Just most of the fighters that I can think of that's at 154 right now, they are not of the giant variety. So if you want to go from 47 to 54, this is the time to go because everybody about the same size now. Everybody within an inch or two of each other. And you ain't got a whole bunch of giants dinosaur motherfuckers that's roaming the division. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much just got what? Fedora left right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is the time to go if you want to go, my opinion.
You got something on Decane? You there?
No, but Dreamov is 5'8". That's all I got.
But dream on, nigga. That's our nigga, huh?
This is my guy, man. Hey, him and Terrence Crawford. That's like a dream fight for me. It's like my two favorite.
Hey, he about to fuck Terrence up, nigga. Tell the truth.
Hey, hey, losable fight. That's why I like the fight.
Hey,
But at the same time, if Crawford go out there and look like Crawford, that's gonna really mean something. You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be a hell of a statement.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, these casuals and shit ain't gonna respect it because they're gonna be like, "Ah, I never heard of this guy, this Madrimov guy." But shit, man, if he beat Madrimov easily or make it look easy, then shit. I mean, that man in top 5.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was. Go ahead, Trey.
I was just gonna say that even if he don't make it look easy, if he go out there and just get the win, like let's say he get hurt, like he get dropped like against Mean Machine or something, but then he get up and get the stoppage and all that shit like he normally do and look like Terrence Crawford. I'm gonna have to tip my cap to the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say he's just like some kind of goat motherfucker, but this is one thing I can say about Terrence Crawford. I think pound for pound, he might be the strongest fighter to ever lace up a pair of gloves. Um, it sounds crazy to say that, but pound for pound, I'm not sure if I ever seen a stronger fighter than Terrence Crawford. Even going into the Earl Spence fight, I was talking about his strength because, like, when he fought against Sean Porter, he snatched Sean Porter up like he was a child. I'm talking about they got in the clinch. He snatched this man up and put him against the ropes. I was like, God damn, that shit look like Big Brother versus Little Brother or something like that. This dude strong as fuck. He already posted videos, deadlifting 550 and all this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? This dude small, deadlifting 550. Like, I don't know if it's ever been a stronger motherfucker than him. You know what I'm saying? And if he moving up weight classes and he go from 135 to 154, whooping ass, I'm talking about on the top of the division, I'm gonna have to tip my cap.
I want to get in on that question. I look at it like this: 154. To me, it don't have no fighter there. That's I would say is like an A level fighter. If you ask me, I don't see like no fighter that could potentially be great. I think it's just like a lot of good fighters mixed in with some decent fighters. So from that stance, I would say yeah, coupled with the size factor, yeah, you got a Fundora there, but you also got guys like Erickson Lubin and you know, I mean Tony, you know, guys like that. I don't think they know bigger than Jerron. My only combat for him not going up there would be if he's saying he can't get the fights at 147, but the two guys that y'all just said was holding him back the most, they basically getting ready to threat. They threatening to go to 54, and them dudes they gonna get preferential treatment in that division. So that's my only reason I would say, you know, be sure that you want to go up there. But nonetheless, I
Let
think
me
the
push
boy
back on
compete.
you a little bit though. Let me push back just a little bit. Um, 147 seemed to be thinning, like the man said in the comment section. The division done lost the excitement. A lot of the names are moving on, retired, and all kind of shit. You know, like Pacquiao type motherfuckers. It really ain't a lot of star power there. It looked like 154 is so deep that you could potentially carve your own lane. Like even if you don't get the guys at the very top, you could get fights with guys that's near the top. And if you get enough of those scalps and put them together, I think that's gonna start turning some heads. You know what I'm saying? Like you might not be able to get the Tim Zoo or the Fedora right now, but what if you went out there and beat Conwell and you got to fight with Madrimov or somebody like that, and you got another good win over the Ramos kid, the nephew Ramos, Jesus Ramos. You got to win over somebody like maybe even somebody that took a loss like a Joey Spencer's. Like you done put together enough solid names that I think you could turn some heads with that.
Yeah. That I do agree with because okay, it's like 147. It's thinning out as far as like the star power and all that, and I could possibly say as far as the quality of fighters also. So yeah, you definitely got a good point because it's like you can stay at 147, but what you gonna be a big fish in a small pond type of nigga.
Yeah, yeah, you gonna be a big fish in a small pond, and it's kind of like if you're not fighting for the belts or something, you really ain't doing shit. But in my opinion, if you go to 154, you could have good fights that don't even involve belts because it got so much talent in one place. 147 just feel like it's the time to pass by, like we reached our crescendo. It was Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford. Now, since we done got that, the interest in the division then went down a whole lot. Because if you look at 140 and then you go to 154, like those look like two mountains, and 147 look like the valley between the mountains. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, and see 140. Damn, that's just a packed ass division. But now you get in some of the fighters that I would say they look like A-level fighters is up there also. But yeah, 154, it just feel like one of the divisions where like almost nobody gonna walk out of that bitch undefeated. But shit, you could prove us wrong. Maybe Jerron could prove us wrong. What is Terrence gonna do in that bitch? We gotta see. But this rumor that came out, I know it's pretty light, but Terrence Crawford versus Madrimov. Yeah, that shit sound fun as a bitch. Talking about hosted by the Saudis. That I like that shit.
Yeah, I like that shit too. Yeah, them Saudis, they gonna throw that check at the motherfuckers, so they can't say they ain't getting paid. It almost feel like them Saudis is like the governing body of boxing almost. It look like they the ones that got the say in this bitch. Ain't nobody trying to disappoint your majesty or whatever they call it. Your what they call it?
Your
Your
Excellency.
excellency. What'd you say to K?
I said his excellency.
Yeah, his excellency. Ain't nobody trying to disappoint him. He even got the promoters acting right. Cause like when I saw Nick Ball when he fought against Vargas, what's his first name? Jesse? No, it ain't
Ray
Jesse.
Vargas.
Ray Vargas. Ray Vargas against Nick Ball. And I saw Fisheye Frank Warren. He wanted to get that damn decision for Nick Ball. And he was up there lobbying. But at the same time, they wasn't trying to put no fuckery out there in front of your excellency and disrespect him like that. Y'all niggas better have a fair sporting event in this motherfucker. The right person supposed to win, because they ain't trying to make your excellency mad. You know what I'm saying? So it just seemed like he got the most respect in the game right now, man. It almost feel like he a governing body. Because like when he wants some nigga, he put that shit out there, nigga. Everybody turning their head towards that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I like what he doing for boxing, man. We getting some of these big fights and we could potentially get some more up, man. Salute to your excellency.
Hey, and he checking niggas who walk around this bitch with big ass egos thinking that they main event pay-per-view fighters. He putting them niggas on undercards and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. But yeah, hey, the Kane, hey, little Triple G, 154, yeah. He about to clip your nigga. You know what time it is with Madrimov, the Kane.
Hey, I mean, shit. The dream I get in there and bang, man. I ain't never seen Terrence Crawford have to bang with somebody that size, especially that size. So, I mean, that fight got so much potential, man. And like, Crawford get hit, and Madrimov gonna hit you, and he'll switch southpaw, hit you with that power jab, leap in with it. That's the type of shit that Terrence be getting caught by.
If he goes southpaw, that's what's gonna get him fucked up. He better stay orthodox if he fight Crawford. Crawford gonna light his ass up as a southpaw.
Yeah.
That's what he like. He like to go in there with a southpaw and outdo him at their own game.
Well, he be in there sparring with Shakur, so you southpaw.
Yeah, he was sparring with that other motherfucker too. What's that dude? Carlos Adames. Yeah, nigga, that's a hell of a southpaw to be sparring with. That nigga was off in there doing his thing against Adamas too, man. That shit definitely got some respect from me seeing that. I know the people probably ain't heard none of that shit I just said. I just talked over 100,000 thunderbolts in this motherfucker.
Hey, yeah, I'm laughing because on top of that, now I'm thinking about last week when you was like Napoleon Armstrong. Nigga, you probably think Steve Soko Nelson, the best 168-pound prospect.
Yeah, I had to get fucked with him because anybody that's associated with Terrence Crawford, that's what he riding with. So I won't be surprised if he thinks Steven Nelson number 1 at 168. That's his best friend.
That nigga got Bomac as trainer of the year, Keyshawn as contender of the year, Steve Nelson as comeback fighter of the year, Terrence as big brother of the year award.
Yeah. Big brother. Yeah. He a loyal man. That's his guy.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that'd be a cracking ass fight. I look at it like this: that My Excellency, he capable of pulling off any type of fight, and we should be extra excited because it's gonna be a big card. Whatever he pull off, it's gonna be a card behind that shit. Like some shit that you gonna be willing to pull out that card and pay pay-per-view for that bitch,
Yeah, even though I probably won't, I'll be hitting y'all ass up talking about, man, drop a link for your boy. Even the motherfucker the Kane dropped a link for a nigga one day. I already know somebody gonna have a link somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, you see them niggas, they move it to Amazon Prime, and nigga, we ain't miss a beat with them
Ain't
links.
missed a beat. Wherever you go, I go, motherfucker. Felt like Shannon Briggs when he was chasing out the Clisco, nigga. Wherever you go, I go, chap. Yeah. Yeah, we had a couple of guys get some you see the Yafa fight when he fought against that tough ass Argentinian fighter on the zone?
Yeah. I had to watch Yafa as well.
Yeah, that motherfucker that Argentina was fighting back in that bitch. It looked like he wasn't gonna get that knockout for a long time. Then he came with something down the stretch. I like that Mark Castro fight against Montoya too. That was a good step-up fight for Castro. Montoya brought that heat to him, but Castro was able to figure the shit out and come back with something. Got a lot of praise from the GOAT and the commentating crew for making the adjustments that he needed. Because at first he tried to come out throwing them flurries, and Montoya was coming with something. So then he had to get a little bit more scientific and start putting them laser right hands on his motherfucking ass. So that was a good step-up fight for Castro.
Okay, Eric this is not necessarily a question, but I think it's just like more a comment. He's saying there's a reason why Canelo don't have no interest in fighting against Crawford because Canelo, he fought guys like Amir Khan, James Kirkland off that layoff. He fought Josesito Lopez, a 140-pounder moving up 2 weight divisions and shit. But for some reason, he not showing no interest in adding Crawford to his legacy. He basically saying like, why is that?
Might check 1, 2. Y'all motherfuckers there?
Yep, you there.
Okay, everything got quiet on.
Oh yeah, did you heard me?
I heard the first half. You got to finish up though, because it got quiet.
Oh, okay, yeah, you probably like had glitched, but I was saying, yeah, he's basically saying, Canelo, who got a history of fighting these smaller guys, and guys who probably not even deserving of being in the ring with him, James Kirkland, Josesito Lopez, Amir Khan, he didn't fought these types of guys, but he's saying, but now he hesitant to fight a guy like Terrence Crawford, who coming up in weight, like why is that?
And he just fought Charlo too. That motherfucker came up 2 weight classes. I think it's pretty obvious that why you don't want to fight him. He feel like he's too smart. Like he normally he the smarter guy off in there, but when he got off in there with Mayweather, that didn't feel good. He got off in there with Bivol, that didn't feel good. And then they trying to put him off in there with Crawford, another one of them high IQ motherfuckers that probably won't feel good either. It's probably not attractive to him. And then he feel like he probably won't get the respect that he deserves if he do win the fight. So it do feel like a lose-lose situation for him. I mean, how much credit is he gonna get if he beat Crawford? Even though I would like to see the fight, but I don't think he'll get a lot of credit though. Crawford is the one that'll get the credit if he win.
Yeah, I can feel that. You got someone at Duquesne? All right, yeah, he might be away for a second, but yeah, I feel that it's just once again just come to weighing risk versus reward, and hell, it might be some reward there to have Terrence as a victory, take his undefeated record and put a stop to his legacy and all that, but calculating the risk, it might be a little bit more risk, and you just compare that to other options, Jaime Munguia's and Jamal Charlo's and stuff. Yeah, it just might be a little too much risk. So, hey, I'm gonna just take it. Whatever the decision is calculated behind it. Speaking of, we talking about Canelo now. His undercard was just released earlier today. I need to pull that up actually because my man Montes Stanionis is on that undercard.
Yeah, they put him off in there with that 4.5 that knocked out that youngster. I can't think of his name. He done had some tough fights. He fought one of them big tall motherfuckers,
the Michael Fox guy.
Yeah, he fought the Fox guy and had trouble. But they put him off in there with they put him in there with a 2 in his last fight. Youngster with a good jab. And he went out there and stopped that youngster. So he coming in kind of hot. Stanionis coming off a layoff. This could be a dangerous fight for Stanionis. Because Stanionis is a 4, and they put him off in there with a 4.5. And the 4.5 is coming off a major victory for him, like a career re-energizing victory. So I think this could be a tough spot for Stanionis. Let's see what he's going to do. The guy that he fighting, he normally have trouble with more rangy type guys. Stanionis is more of a guy that's going to come to you. So I think that's going to probably play into his opponent's hands. This is a tough spot for Stanionis for sure. Even though I can't think of his opponent's name, but I know he'll 4.5 though.
Yeah, that's that that it's like a Colombian fighter, I believe he Colombian. He that dude, he got like ties to the WBA. Okay, yes, I had to look it up. Gabriel Maestre.
Yeah, Maestre. There we go.
Yeah, y'all would definitely remember him because that controversial ass fight with Michael Fox.
Yeah.
But okay, so he 37, but then like in Montes, he been out of the ring for like damn near 2 years though, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a tough spot, man. That's a tough opponent to come off a layoff, man. Dude can punch, amateur background, 4.5. It's a tough spot.
Yeah.
Like, coming in hot too. Like I said, he coming off probably his best win in his career.
This could be like a lot like that Barrios guy. He even though he older, he cracking shit. Maestre, he ain't got much wear and tear on him. Definitely from the pros, he got that deep amateur background. Even though it's Colombian, but still. So I don't know. Just comparing that. I mean, pairing that up with the 2-year layoff from your Montes Stanionis. That's what's it's definitely making me think about some shit. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if we start like if Stanionis be like a hard luck guy, like a guy that had the potential. We saw it. He got this amazing victory over Butayev, and then he couldn't get a fight for a few years. Not his fault most of the time. And then when he do get back in action, they put him off in there with a motherfucker like Maestre. That ain't no easy fight. I could definitely see him losing this fight. Maestre, he ain't no stranger being the underdog either. His last fight, they had him at minus. They had him at plus 500, and his opponent was minus 800. So he was 8-1 favorite over Maestre. And Maestre went out there and stopped him in like 2-3 rounds or something. Put some on the youngster ass, man. Yeah, that's gonna be tough for Stanionis, man. I'm looking forward to that shit. I had saw a few of them fights on the card, man. It looked like they got a good card going for the for Cinco de Mayo. I want to see the main event too, man. I think Munguia got action, man, just with his youth and his power and his size and his the amount of punches that he throw. I'm looking forward to the card.
Yeah, I think Munguia, he got the potential to just get off to an early start on Canelo ass and put him in a position where, you know, that nigga might fuck around and be up 4-0, you know? Make Canelo have to chase his ass. So that's what I see happening. For sure. 'Cause I don't think like he gonna go out there and fight the nigga scared or nothing.
I don't think so either.
Then they definitely made sure they packed this motherfucker with Brandon Figueroa. Y'all know that's whatever he touched, that's action packed.
Action. Who is he fighting?
Okay, he fighting Jesse Magdaleno.
Oh, that's Jesse Magdaleno. That's the one that lost the not Neho. That's the Southpaw.
The Neho. Damn, I can't think of the name.
Bay.
Yeah, Dog Bay.
Yeah, that's the same Magdaleno.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
He gonna fight. He a Southpaw, got power. Figueroa, he ain't fought in a while, right? It seems like I ain't seen his name in a while. He liked to switch Southpaw a lot. You know, he liked to go back and forth. So it's gonna be some moments in this fight where it's Southpaw versus Southpaw. It's gonna be a lot of leather thrown. He definitely got more heart than Magdaleno. I think Magdaleno might have got knocked out by Teofimo Lopez too, if I'm not mistaken. I think he hit him with like 3 lead left hooks in a row. Lead left hook, lead left hook, lead left hook. But he tough though, but I know he got some quit in him though. I done seen it already. Like he'll give up in the fight. So I expect Figueroa to win the fight, but I like the action of the fight though, as long as it lasts.
Hell yeah, because Brandon Figueroa, he ain't never gonna be in a boring one. I remember Jesse Magdaleno the most. He's the one who had a fight with that dude Raymond Ford, and a lot of people felt like Magdaleno got robbed. That's what I most remember him for.
They thought, I think you got him confused with Edward Vasquez. That's the one that Raymond Ford fought, and everybody thought he got robbed. He was a southpaw as well. That's the one that went the distance against Joe Cordina. He a real good fighter. I like him. He done came up short with like some split decisions, but he a very good fighter though. I think that's what you talking about that fought against Raymond Ford.
Yeah, you know, you're probably right. I'm probably mistaken, getting the names mixed up.
I thought it seemed like I remember Raymond Ford beating the hell out of Magdaleno. Or maybe they didn't fight at all.
No, yeah, they fought. I'm mixing it up. Before I continue, you know, Gil the Thrill, he didn't fell up in here. You heard me saying what's up with it. But yeah,
Gil Cole, salute, bro. What's going down?
He always bring a good one. Okay, Eric R. He said he felt like if Canelo was to beat Crawford, his fan base would see it as redemption for the loss to Floyd. But if he loses, you know, it would destroy that superhero image that Canelo then kind of built up over the years post the Floyd loss. What you think about that?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see them making that correlation between Mayweather and Crawford. And if he lose to that motherfucker, it ain't gonna feel good. Because both of the prototypes, he done lost to both the motherfuckers. So yes, it's definitely dangerous for his legacy, for sure.
Yeah, I can see it just as it's more so like solidifying a theory that he can't beat, you know, guys with certain types of movement and stuff, which we already believe. You know, Bivol, with one of them, we all feel like Arislandi actually won that fight. So, you know, I could definitely see that theory just being proven again. Very, very possible. But I wouldn't look at, like, if he was to win, I wouldn't look at it as if okay, this proved that he was just too young when he fought Floyd, and now he would have beat Floyd.
Oh no, I ain't never subscribed to that shit. That man been in the game for a long time. Wasn't he a unified champion when he fought against Mayweather?
And the nigga had 40 something.
Wasn't he like 23?
Yeah, 23 years old, coming with 40 plus fights under his belt.
Nigga, Edward Ezra Charles, he fought Charlie Burley when he was 18. And Charlie Burley was 25. As a matter of fact, he fought Charlie Burley twice when he was in fucking high school. Hell, you ever heard of El Radar? That motherfucker won the championship when he was 17 years old. Sugar Ray Leonard, he fought the motherfucker for his championship when he was like 21. Muhammad Ali was 22 when he fought against Sonny Liston. Like, man, they need to get off the gas with that bullshit. The man was old and experienced enough to go in there and handle this business if he had the talent, ability, and skills to do so. The man was ready. He just didn't have it. He just wasn't good enough. You could have waited till the man was 33 and he probably still wouldn't have been good enough. You know what I'm saying? At that weight class, especially with a catch weight, 152. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I want that bullshit.
Yeah. My thing is, bro, you step up in that bitch. It's all fair game. I mean, most of the time you got these motherfucking commentators who tell us, oh, so-and-so has an age advantage. It's always to the younger fighter. So shit, that shit got to be consistent all across the board. We could say he had an age advantage and a height advantage.
Yeah.
And that, finding the weight he was more accustomed to.
Yeah, Floyd was 36, man. How the hell you gonna say he got the advantage? And he going against a 23-year-old. Which one would you rather be, 23 or 36 in the fight? Come on, man.
Yeah, man. So, we ain't doing that. Like this fight is just totally isolated from Floyd. No matter, how it was to play out, anything, everything. That's its own fight.
That motherfucker Gil Coles been calling everybody out on the Chow Ross, but I see you making sure he ain't coming back to fuck with the Wizard and Yasser. That ain't nothing but 2 automatic L's on your ass, man. And Irv H, you need to get your ass in the Chow Ross too, nigga. Y'all gotta quit being scary with the Chow Ross, man. Get up in there. Hey, them motherfucker that dropped out the league, man, they trying to get the league shut down, man.
Yeah. You know what? Thanks for bringing that up because we definitely got to take a few minutes to address this shit. Just because they tried to do the bullshit, they would have left it alone. We probably wouldn't have talked about it again. But yeah, hey, niggas out here hitting that button. They walking around with wires in this bitch.
Yeah, they hit that button, man, trying to get the league shut down for some copyright stuff and all this, man. That shit is crazy. Sore loser like a motherfucker, but fucking with the block fan, that's what happened. Get your ass whooped.
I wonder, like, they claim the copyright or whatever. I mean, like, what is they claiming? Because, like, I don't know if you can't say, oh, they copying the fights that we picking. I mean, you can't do that. The style of the bracket, I don't think you could claim that. So I don't know what the fuck they claiming.
Yeah, it look like they just grasping for some straws or something, man. Because I don't see what leg you got to stand on. Ain't no copyright being taken. I mean, copyrighted material being taken. Gil Cole said, Trace, I like spreading that ass whoopings evenly. Well, you gotta win one sometime. We gonna win one though. Nigga, you on the losing streak, nigga. You fuck with Yasser, got your ass whooped. Then you came to see the Wizard, got your ass whooped again. As a matter of fact, I got first place that week. Coming through fucking with the Wizard. And now you had to go back down in competition and call out some other people.
Hey, see this nigga Irv, he just saying fuck it. He just gonna hop up in that bitch. So matter of fact, he on Discord with us. So y'all might have to I don't know if like y'all want to send him an invite if he got Facebook or just tell him how to get up in that bitch and how it go.
I'm gonna send that nigga a friend request. I'm gonna send you a friend request, Irv, and then I'm gonna send you the schedule. And you just send the shit to me. Now you done already missed a week now though. So you might want to wait till next season or something, because unless you just want to get some practice in, but you done already missed a week, so it's gonna be hard.
Okay, Jaime he 440. Okay, so about a 4.5. So
Yeah, I think that's a good bet. Is Canelo 4.5 to 1? 4.5 times better than Jaime Munguia at this stage of his career. I saw Rod X. He said he felt like Canelo slowed down a little bit, and I agree with him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look the best when I saw him fight against Golovkin. His last fight, he just had an opponent that's gonna make him look good because he's gonna get out there and run and not fight back. But I think that the man is slowing down. He ain't no spring chicken no more. He got a young, hungry, young lion coming through this bitch that shouldn't be scared on. A little bit of amateur background, 128-10 amateur record, national champion in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna come fight back in that bitch. And he might fight with some inspiration. And Muhammad Ali said, always be careful of them B-level motherfuckers. Because you never know when they decide to be an A-level fighter tonight. So let's see if Jaime Munguia make that decision to be an A-level fighter that night.
Yeah, there you go. And Jaime, I don't expect him to try to be something that he's not all of a sudden. Like I said, he's an offensive minded fighter. He gonna let his hands go. So I expect it. That's why I said I think he could get out to an early start on Canelo.
Yeah, he's fan friendly too, man. So I won't be surprised if he gets some cheers from the crowd if he get out there and let his hands go. You know what I'm saying? That might sway the judges, but I definitely think that the politics should be behind Canelo. You know, he the cash cow of the game and shit. So Jaime gonna have to go out there and really put some hands on him to get the win. But he got some politics his way too. I mean, that's the network he fight on. Golden Boy, that's his promotional promotion that he fight for. So he got some equity with the politics. Let's see how it's gonna go, man. I'm looking forward to that shit, man. May 4th.
Okay. Gil, he's saying I guess after the first week, he had a good first week. He within the top 10, so that's a strong start coming out the gates with it. He up there.
Yeah.
Then okay, Irv, he letting you know that he in there. I'm guessing he's saying maybe that's his Champ Ross name, IK Hill.
Oh, you already in there? Okay, I ain't know you was in there. You must
Okay.
ain't got nothing because I ain't seen no IK Hill up there nowhere.
and then the first season, like, bro, you gotta like you learn the rule, like don't be like Napoleon Armstrong that he didn't know, like you gotta pick SD or MD and shit. So it's little shit you gotta learn.
Yeah, he finally done caught on with that shit. He back up in there this season. Gil talking shit, talking about he top 10 right now. You know this a marathon. It ain't no sprint. Don't tell me what place you in after the first week, nigga. Tell me what place you in after about 6 weeks. And then I'll listen.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Eric Ars. Oh yeah, saying how he came up in there. Yeah. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's a lot of niggas that's low. So I could see how a nigga could come in off the second week and still, beat some of the niggas that was there. I could see that happen.
Yeah. That shit crazy. That motherfucker Yasa got up in that bitch and won first place on them niggas and make niggas mad with the dropout, shut the league down, and everything. Damn.
Hey, that's some weak ass shit. Like, I mean, you come from a certain background, Trey, so like nigga, if you whipping a nigga ass on the dice, you got to give a nigga a chance to win his money back. So, these niggas, they try to just not even give Yasser a chance to win. They want to see that nigga pick so they could just copy his shit.
Yeah, that shit was weak as fuck, man. That blew up in their motherfucking face. Square business. And Yasser, he got third place the first week of this season. So he already top 3 right now. Shit, he might come back and get him a back-to-back on them niggas. I wish they were still in there so they could really get mad. This motherfucker come back and repeat on their motherfucking ass.
Yeah, I have heard of like for example, I heard that Big Boys Boxing. I know he got his own league. I have heard of like these other leagues going around, but um I haven't heard like much, noise from or anything. Also, I don't know what's going on, but it ain't right to just automatically say somebody, copying your shit. It's not like that's just an out of this world idea to put a league together, my nigga.
Oh yeah, I feel that, but I think Chan Ross got the most respectable league because he the one that's paying prizes, number one. All them other niggas with leagues ain't paying shit. He at least gonna throw you $200-$300 if you win. He basically give you a free roll. It's free to get in, and he paying cash prizes, and you got the stiffest competition in there. You got niggas in there that done won other leagues 4, 5, 6 times. Like Jesse Aguilar, like a 4-time winner in this other league. Geneva Warren, like a 4-time winner in this other league. You know what I'm saying? Like them the kind of people you got in there. Nick Harmer, Remy, all these bad motherfuckers, man. Champ Ross got the #1 league, no doubt. Ain't no question. And them other dudes, a lot of them, I can't say all of them because I don't know. But some of them wasn't even thinking about no league until they seen Champ Ross with his shit and they seen us push the shit the way we push it. Like all these niggas do is still on YouTube. That's why I'm really not even tripping. Like I ain't been active on YouTube and shit, man. You really think I miss these niggas? I don't miss these niggas, man. All these niggas that want to steal, want to come and listen to my fight calls and study my shit. I had somebody tell me the other day, this KQKC nigga, a nigga that begged me to teach him how to call fights. They say the nigga sounded like me because he done studied my flow. He done studied my style. You think I miss these niggas? Fuck no. I don't miss these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on. Hey, y'all, this on my mama. I'm not lying, and I'm never gonna forget this. I forgot what chat we was in, but I remember it was a chat, and KQKC, that nigga kept adding Trey. Like he said, "Hey, Trey, I need you to teach me how to call those fights like you do." And then in that same chat, he said he was like, "Trey, like I'm gonna email you." Then he said, "No, go to my page and get my email off my page and email me." That nigga was begging you. Oh, that's on my mama. I remember
Yeah,
this
I
shit.
remember that day. I ain't even respond to the nigga. I ain't even say nothing. Like, bro, leave me alone, my nigga. But
Check it.
they say he done studied. He done went through the files. He done studied the footnotes. And they say he got it down pretty good. I ain't heard it from myself, but they say he got it down, though.
Hey, I was like, even that day, I'm like, hold up, you want a nigga to teach you how to be his competitor, and then you telling the nigga to go, like, you go find my information and contact me. The fuck
Yeah,
is you on, my nigga?
yeah. Yeah, I don't miss that energy, bro. Like, man, you can't. It's hard to even know who you cool with. You think you cool with some niggas, next thing you know, they yo channel, they channel now. Like that shit done happened too many times. It be some people that I'm halfway kind of cool with, and they done the same thing. Like, I can't even think of my guy's name. I mean, I kind of like him, but it still don't take away the fact that he took a nigga template. You call it MMA fights, and you got your own prediction league. Like, what the fuck is that? That ain't nothing but Marlowe's Corner MMA. And like I said, I like the guy. I kind of like the guy. The dude, he pretty respectful guy.
I think you talking about that like Warzone cat.
Yeah. It is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like him, but you still, did what you still was stealing, nigga. Yeah, I don't.
Bruh.
I miss that energy, man. If you put in some work, they just like Bill Gates on YouTube, nigga. Why leave when you can follow? Just sit back and just peep game. Even the showbiz, the adult dude. I see clips of his videos everywhere now. Like I look at different channels, they might do a documentary, nigga. They got showbiz, the adult in there. I'm over here having a debate with Napoleon. He posting showbiz, the adult clips.
Hell.
Yeah, I watched that Sean Porter shit. He got Showbiz the adult on the couch doing with Sean Porter now. So I'm like, okay, I respect the grind that he put in. You know, take hard work and dedication to grow your shit. But at the same time, I can't forget the fact that you was a gaming channel. Then Marlo invited you to our channel. You heard me calling fights, and you changed your whole channel up. Like it is what it is, nigga. I inspired you. You know what I'm saying? There's been plenty of niggas that do that shit. They come to a nigga channel and get inspired, like, man, I want this for myself, type shit. Like, nigga, I do not miss all that, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Fuck them niggas. Shit, I been having fun watching fights and just being a fan, nigga. I be looking forward to Saturday. Hey, Yasa, nigga, shoot me a link. Hey, Hyphy, post a link for your boy one time. Nigga, I be sitting up there, nigga, with a full vaporizer with a bunch of happiness, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to these fights. Because at first it would work. Like every time I think about a fight, it's work. I can't even watch the undercards because I'm in the chat. So I don't see none of that. And I just get a chance to call the main event. And there's somebody in the background listening to me trying to copy my style and copy my flow. Like, nigga, fuck that shit, nigga. I'm having fun being a fan.
Yeah, I did. Rod X, I'm thinking this part. He talking about, the nigga Showbiz being a gang. I didn't even know that shit. I don't even know where this nigga came from. All I know, this nigga just pop up with all these crazy ass, oh my gosh, thumbnails and shit. And, I don't even know where these niggas came from, bruh. Then this comment, he talking about, that the Chicago nigga. He saying, yeah, trust me, he don't got it at all. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah. I didn't get this one also. Often imitated but never duplicated.
Yeah.
But I understand this shit like okay, this shit called like watch party, like watch along. But it's like, why the fuck would I want to just sit there and watch a nigga watching the same shit I'm watching? Like the fuck is you on?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I really like, okay, like now the fight call shit, that like, I could understand that shit, but like you said, it ain't really fight calls. Like niggas just giving opinions on what's happening during the action, and they only talking about some of this shit.
Yeah. I mean, really, when it started, it was just everybody having conversation. Like, I can't make it seem like we were the first people to do that because we wasn't. As a matter of fact, my first time doing that, I wasn't even on Marlo's corner. I was over there with CJ and Cali Enigma and some other niggas calling the damn fight. I ain't get a chance to say shit, but I was on the panel. And
I know that's a little sidebar for y'all niggas that don't know.
I couldn't say shit. I was just sitting up there. Them niggas all talking. I couldn't say a motherfucking thing. And then with Corey Lee, he called, I want to say, Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker. And it was a bunch of motherfuckers off in there. Um, it's like maybe like 600 people off in there. It was a bunch of trolls though. Like they was in there being mean and saying a bunch of mean shit to him, but he was off in there trying to buy weed with the motherfuckers, and I thought he did a good job. And he was by himself though. He was mad. He was like, "Damn man, I needed you on there," and all this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I still think he did a good job. And he got a bunch of subscribers and shit. So that's really where the idea came from. Seeing them motherfuckers do that. So I can't even really complain too much. Like somebody take something from me, I guess I could say I took something from somebody else too. But I at least had the decency to put an improvement on it and put some structure to it. Not just some motherfuckers sitting up there talking over each other. It got some structure to it. Everybody got their allotted time to talk. I'm gonna call this fight. You ain't gotta just like sit up there just looking crazy. Like I'm gonna give you something to listen to while the fight going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like being quiet in the middle of a round. Like, nigga, I want to keep that shit flowing the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So I at least had the decency to put some improvement on the shit. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say that that kind of shit was going on before we started. I give credit where it's due.
Okay, for example, I remember, I can't remember like the channel name, but it was this one UK channel that was doing like some type of boxing trivia, before y'all. But like I don't even know where that channel at, or like they probably just fell off by now. So I mean, it was like other people with probably similar ideas. So I could say sometimes it might not necessarily be like copying, but then it's times when like the community overlap with the same people. That's when it's like, all right, come on, my nigga, it's some copying going on.
Yeah, but that trivia though, we definitely was the first to do that. Cause I went back and I looked for old trivia. Every now and then you might see a video where somebody got like 10 questions or something like that. But the type of trivia that we was doing, asking a bunch of questions and doing the 3-hour long live stream for trivia, you won't find an earlier video doing that than our video. And it was a big deal. Everybody was talking about that shit. All the channels was talking about that shit. So that got a lot of people's attention. But the thing is with trivia, nigga, trivia take a lot of work. So if somebody gonna steal that, they got to give dedication. Because you ain't about to sit down and come up with no 70 trivia questions in 10 minutes. Nigga, that's gonna take you a few hours. Especially if you ain't just started. Like the longer that you do trivia, the harder that it is to make questions. So if you done already asked 3,000 trivia questions, well, nigga, it's gonna be hard to find your next 100. So it's gonna so they'll steal it, but they won't steal it for long, you know what I'm saying?
So what about if we just go watch some of the old streams and steal your questions?
Oh, I ain't even think about that shit. That's a good ass idea. I wasn't even thinking about that shit.
Hey, the nigga be ready to throw his phone if you heard some shit like that.
Yeah.
Nigga took in my questions.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see, like, I mean, a nigga could do some weak ass shit like all modern, questions that's easy as fuck to get. Yeah, you could do that, but to mix in questions and then you gotta, research and verify that the shit correct, and then you gotta ask the question in a certain way to where it ain't too easy. Yeah, that shit take time, bro.
Yeah, for sure. That shit is definitely time consuming.
Yeah, see Rod X, he says that's part of the reason why he don't even fuck with certain channels that he used to. I could feel that.
Yeah, I can feel that, bro. I mean, we just try to keep it solid, bro, as best as we can. I mean, Marlo got this shit going on right now, but y'all see, I still come around, nigga. I'm in the Discord, I'm talking shit, nigga. We watching boxing and I'm jumping on panels, nigga. It is what it is, nigga. What you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these other niggas, I can't say the same, man. Like I can't sit up here and say I just got a great opinion of a lot of boxing channels because I don't. A lot of them, they know boxing. There's even some historians that I respect their content, but I don't necessarily respect the content of their character. It's a lot of bitch ass niggas on YouTube in the boxing community. Folks that they'll like you and they'll say something to you when you're away from your channel, but they won't come to your channel because other people will think something negative about them. So they'll just fuck with you from a distance. I think that's being a hoe. Like you can't be yourself. You can't go where you want to go. You got to only fuck with people under certain conditions, or you might be ostracized from your community. I think that's weak. And that's a lot of shit that we see on YouTube. It ain't a bunch of solid niggas, man. It's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? So I pride myself and also Marlo that we done been some of the solid ones in there. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We done tried to improve the community. And I feel like we done left our mark on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know what time it is when it comes to the shit that we done. So I feel good about it. And I definitely feel good about being a fan and enjoying boxing.
Yeah. Now my I guess the only thing I would say, because it's like this online community boxing shit, it's like fast fashion. Like it's constantly a fast turnover. Some people leaving, new people coming. And so I feel like within that wave, like over the last year combined with, niggas still in the style and, blah, 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 whatever. y'all have kind of got lost in the shuffle. So that's what I will say, and now it make it easier for like now, like you said, it's anybody with a fucking channel. They just doing a watch party. It's like niggas don't even think about the fight call. It's like just watch party. It's like all about just getting views now. Like that actual fight calling part of the shit. They got lost in the sauce.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense though, because they really wasn't good enough to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like it just is what it is. I ain't trying to make it seem like I'm just the greatest of all time or nothing, but I am better than them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind saying that. I don't think it's a nigga on YouTube that can fuck with me when it comes to calling a fight. So I'm not surprised that they done fell off with the fight call and they don't do it as much. Hell, they wasn't good enough to do it in the first place. I ain't heard one motherfucker on YouTube call a fight and I'm like, oh yeah, he good. I heard some people and I be like, yeah, all right, he got some potential. I can see if he called maybe 500 more fights, he might be okay. But I ain't heard now, nigga, and I'll be like, oh yeah, this a badass dude right here. This dude here, he'll give me a run for my money. It's only one fight call in history that I feel that way about, and that's Don Dunphy. If you ain't Don Dunphy, you ain't got shit for me, period. So I'm not surprised. Them niggas need to fall off. They shouldn't have never started in the first place. They should have been doing fight parties or whatever that shit is they call it.
Yeah, the man in your thumbnail for y'all that don't know. But yeah, okay, yeah, and like I'm saying, it's okay if I'm just sitting there and I'm saying, okay, Devin Haney, he clinching now. Okay, Devin Haney hurt. That to me, that's not no fight blow by blow. That's just me like just talking about the shit commentary. It's a lot easier to do that shit. When we talking about blow by blow commentary, that's what we talking about. Most of these cats don't even touch blow by blow commentary.
Even if it ain't blow by blow, if you able to describe what's going on in a fluid type of way, I would respect that. But I ain't even heard nobody do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't heard nobody that can, when the round start, they just start going, flowing with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't heard nobody do that shit, man. All them niggas weak and trash. Like it ain't one good one. It's some okay ones, some C's, maybe a C plus, but I ain't even seen no B levels. So yeah, them niggas should have been and gave that shit away, gave it up.
Well, see, to me now, what you're talking about, that's stepping into a deeper realm of, do you actually know what you're looking at and understand what you're looking at? Because we know boxing is not just speed, power, and defense. You know what I'm saying? Like when you looking at shit in the ring, like, do you understand what's happening? Like, can you look at the fighters and be able to accurately guess what's about to happen next? Not many could do that shit.
Yeah,
and that's to me, that's the only type of commentary I want to hear.
Yeah, I feel you on that. It takes a special guy to be able to do that. I can't even do that at like the very best. But I do have some intuition to understand where the fight's going and also what the fighter is about to do. You need that if you're going to stay on top of the punches. Nigga, it's easy to get behind them punches. You're going to have some anticipation to stay on top of them. If you ain't got no anticipation and you can't see what's coming, you ain't got it. You ain't got it. You ain't got action. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to be able to anticipate that shit a little bit. But as far as just telling the story of the fight and doing it in an entertaining way, I definitely ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? But if I hear it, I respect it though.
Yeah. See, okay, like that's why I do like hearing the former boxers or trainers that's just commentating on the fights, because they have a deeper understanding of what's going on and they can kind of predict what's going to happen next. Because that's how I learned how to understand when a fighter got hurt by a body shot, by just constantly hearing them pointed out. Then you see the reaction of it, and that's how you learn shit. And for me, I say I'm poor if it comes to like that understanding of like, do you actually understand what you see? It's just that I'm better than these niggas.
Yeah. Yeah, like if I think back to Jim Lampley and I think about Larry Merchant, um, George Foreman, what's my man that Stewart,
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel Stewart, I definitely ain't fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? Like if you think about Jim Lampley, uh the some of the stuff that he would say, especially Larry Merchant, man, he got some of my favorite quotes of all time. Like I remember one time when Mayweather was fighting against Philip Endo. And Philip Endo, he's from South Africa. And he had to go through a rite of passage. So Jim Lampley said, not Jim Lampley, but Larry Merchant. He said Endo was talking about going through a rite of passage in South Africa, but it looked like he going through another rite of passage right here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Because Mayweather was putting no motherfucking hands on his head.
That's a good ass simile.
Yeah, so he was just real good at that kind of stuff. I consider Larry Merchant one of the GOATs. I know he got on our bad side because he would ride hard on Mayweather and some of the other black fighters. And it got to a point, it seemed like they were showing favoritism to the Eastern Europeans. But when it comes to just straight raw commentary on the fight, Jim Lampley, I mean, their whole crew was some motherfucking monsters, some beasts. Jim Lampley, too. Yeah, I even got Jim Lampley in my fight called Hard Right In. Who used to say that all the time? That's Jim Lampley, right? Like, come on, man. Yeah, hard right here from Mayweather, hard right here from whoever. That's Jim Lampley, and I say that shit. So that's really me showing my respect to Jim Lampley.
Yeah, for me, the only thing about Jim I just can't stand is like that nigga was like doing commentary aside of Roy for years, and then when Roy fought Montiel, that nigga was like basically like promoting, like trying to get that nigga disqualified. I'm like, damn, my nigga.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But yeah, bro, like like a lot of people they be riding Tim Bradley hard, and don't get me wrong, Tim Bradley he can be like saying some crazy ass shit sometimes, but I learned how to weed through that shit and like just listen to the understanding of when he commentated, and he could tell, okay, guy, I'm telling you right now, he's hurt, that that shot from earlier hurt him. That's the shit I don't be knowing. And maybe Tim, he could break it down to us because he's a former fighter. But I'm learning, even from him.
I like the Pro Box crew with Malinati,
Yeah.
Chris Algieri and stuff. They my favorites.
Russ and Bear.
Yeah, they some bad motherfuckers to me. And I like the energy, man, because it seems like they so invested in what they doing. It seems like they striving to tell the truth. The network is already making evenly matched fights. You don't see politics influencing the decisions and nothing like that. And it seemed like they just really focused on telling the truth and also spreading some knowledge and stuff. Both of them fought at the top level of the sport. You know what I'm saying? They really know the sport. They my favorites for sure right now.
Yeah, me too. They also, yeah, Russ and Beer, long time cut man, in the sport, been assistant trainers and corners and shit. Like the way that they call just a whole commentary throughout the whole event, it's like they don't got no bias for nobody. Like they understand they don't got the best, like the top fighters, but it's like they just, what I'm saying, they talk about other fights coming, all type of shit. It's like they just don't got no bias. And in pro box, I don't know how long they can manage to stay in business, but bro, like pro box is like the best shit we got going on.
It's almost like show box almost. You got the
Yeah.
youngsters coming up, trying to make a name for themselves, and they match them up, man. It was this one fight. I can't think of this brother name, man. I think it was at 154. This guy that we bet on, he was a brother, black dude. He was a national champion, and they put him off in there with this. Um, Matter of fact, I'm tripping. I'm tripping like a motherfucker because that was actually on show box. What I'm talking about. And I'm thinking about pro box. But look, that same guy, that Argentinian that won that fight, he actually did fight on pro box. So that's why I got it mixed up. You know what I'm saying? But they still matched the fighters up very tough and very evenly. We had a fight last week with Starlins Castillo versus Sriracha. I can't remember his first name. A lot of people said they felt like Sriracha won the fight. They gave the fight to Castillo by split decision, but it was just a very evenly matched fight. You know what I'm saying? And it was one of their quintessential type of matchups that they have on that pro box, man. So I like what they doing. It don't seem like they trying to just break the common fan. I mean, the shit be free on YouTube, and if you buy the Pro Box app, it's only like $15 for a year or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like what they doing over there, man. Salute the Pro Box, man, and the whole staff. They talk about all the fighters, regardless of what network you own. Teddy Atlas over there breaking down fights and all that kind of shit. If you like that, I think they got some player shit going on with Pro Box.
Yeah, and like during the years when Teddy Atlas was on ESPN, like was you ever annoyed by Teddy Atlas, or you been a fan of him?
Half and half. I remember when I first started listening to him on Friday Night Fights, I liked him a lot. But as time went on, I started not to like him as much, and it seemed like it came to a climax when I saw him explaining to Terrence Crawford and Andre Ward side by side.
I remember that
Lomachenko was the best fighter in boxing, even over them. And I think that was like his lowest point for me. So it's been like 50-50, half and half.
Yeah, I remember that exact moment, bro. Okay, like for some people don't even know, Telly as he do got a YouTube channel, but for me, I can't watch it because he has his co-host, and you could just like they don't mesh well at all. You could tell like the co-host was there to like basically be like the tech guy and to facilitate shit. But Telly Atlas, he seemed like a guy who just really needs to be around like old school boxing guys, just talking boxing.
Yeah.
But he probably like you probably need like somebody to like keep him in check because he passionate about this shit. That's why he used to always go off and say, oh, ESPN, this was a robbery. That nigga was telling the truth. He was saying how we felt.
Yeah.
So yeah, to me, he like Telly Atlas would be a cool ass dude if you was just like to run into him at a fight and y'all was having some drinks and some shit or whatever.
Yeah.
He passionate about the sport, man.
All day long. And that's what I liked about him on ESPN too, on Friday Night Fights. That's what I liked about him. I liked that passion, and it seemed like he was about telling the truth. But when he did that Lomachenko shit, it seemed like he turned to more of a company man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect Lomachenko, but y'all lying about his record. Y'all trying to expunge his losses, like against Salido, off his record. And it seemed like Teddy Atlas was riding with that shit and also promoting the idea that this guy is the best fighter in the world when you got people like Andre Ward active and Terrence Crawford. Neither one of them has taken a loss, and they done fought at the top level and done won shit. How can you just say definitively like Lomachenko better than them? And you telling it right there to their face in front of the world, and they got to sit up there and be quiet and listen to this shit, like some good old Tobies or something. Like I did not like that shit, man. I thought that was some hoe shit, and that that's part of Teddy Atlas' story that I didn't like.
Yeah, I still remember that moment. I was watching that shit live, and it was just sad to see because like I said, this is a nigga who usually called the bullshit out. So it seemed like he was doing that to, maybe save his job. But it's like, bro, if you always go against the script, why you can't do it now? And you know this some bullshit, bro.
Yeah, man, come on, man. I respect Lomachenko. I like Lomachenko. I'm looking forward to his fight coming up against George Kambosos. As a matter of fact, I'm a bet on Lomachenko. So, because I'm going to take him by decision. I know Kambosos is tough as fuck. So, if they give me a good price on Lomachenko by decision, I got to jump on that. But at the end of the day, I don't think he no better fighter than no Crawford than no fucking Andre Ward. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Teddy was tripping on that day.
Hell yeah, man. Like I said, props to Teddy. I wish he could somehow, resurface. I mean, he on, Pro Box. Uh, I like he just needs to be in the right environment. But yeah, I'm never gonna forgive him about that bullshit that he pulled.
That nigga tripped that, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed hearing Stitch Duran all last week when he was circulating about the Tim Zoo cut and all that. He was giving like his backstory. If y'all watched that Mill City Boxing interview, he was just talking about how just like the art of rapping hands, because he rap hands as well as stitch people up. And he was just giving some good ass background about his history in the sport. I enjoy hearing shit like that.
Yeah. I ain't seen it, but I would appreciate it if I did see it. I have heard him talk about the cut with Tim Zoo, like you talking about that vein that's in that spot that would make the cut hard to stop, and it was insightful to listen to him. I definitely do like listening to the old school OGs in the game for sure. On
Yeah.
different levels too, from fighters to trainers to cornermen, all that shit.
Yeah, and see how you was talking about earlier, just niggas stealing and shit. He had a segment where he was talking about how uh people would like basically like work be around him and like try to pick up tips from him, but then they would go into business and say, okay, base like here's my credentials. I was trained by Stitch Duran, and he like no, like nigga, now you just using my name. I'm not cool with that shit. So therefore he had to like stop fucking with other people as far as showing ropes. And he said now his thing is he would only like fuck with like teach people if he heard that they've been in the gyms putting in like just a whole bunch of years and hours in the gym and shit. That's when he would see, okay, you serious about this shit, I'll teach you how to stop cuts and swelling and shit. And I say, I respect that.
Yeah, I definitely respect that, man. I think it needs to be a movement back towards that shit. Like if motherfuckers got a YouTube channel and all that kind of shit, nigga, go up in the gym. Go off in there and sit with the old school while they read the newspapers and talk about all the old fighters and how this guy reminds him of that guy and all that kind of shit. What the youngster doing wrong. They sit in there and watch you punch on the bags and shit, give you tips. Some criticism too. Sometimes they give you some compliments. Like if you can double and triple up with the same hand. If you want to impress the old school, go in the gym and double and triple up with the same hand. Nigga, they gonna love that shit. Or if you can parry and counter with the same hand and shit, like you can like, kind of like skipping a rock almost. Like you skip off the jab and then come right back with your right hand on their motherfucking ass. They like shit like that. And I think that'll make people have an appreciation for the sport. Like the judges and shit like that. You might not want to fuck over somebody if you understand what it took to get there. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people need to be in the gym and getting an appreciation for what the fuck's going on.
Yep. We always hear that's where champions is made, but like you said, the people who this whole new media wave, the gyms in a local city, that they don't go and watch the local club shows, for example. What about the guys that's not on TV, the guys that's only fighting 4 rounders, or the guys that's you know the shit amateurs and shit. They're not going to go keep up even with their local boxing scene, but what I'm saying, you want to be just trusted as a big boxing source. You ain't put the work in.
Yeah, I can't sit up here and say that I done been the best when it comes to following the local fighters and all that kind of shit. But I can say I have at least been in the ring, not as a professional or nothing like that, but I have been in the ring. I done trained a lot. I done went out there and ran them miles. I done took them punches. I done a whole bunch of shit. So I have at least done that. But everybody can improve. And if I was to say how I could improve, it would definitely be like following the local boxing scene. Cause we do got like some pretty decent gyms down here. At least one of them in Killeen. That's a very good gym. I done seen them in tournaments and shit for years. Especially like when I was young, you know what I'm saying? Like if we fight at the Texas games or something like that, I always see that gym off in there and they be in there winning. Hell, we had this one chick, her name Rebecca. She was mixed with white Mexican. She was this tall, girl that had a lot of power. I'm talking about she would only spar men. If you put her in there with a woman, she gonna beat the brakes off they motherfucking ass. And I saw her take her first loss from this gym right here, Colleen. She fought this motherfucker, looked like she was half her size and beat the brakes off Rebecca off in there. You know what I'm saying? They got a very good gym. When you pull up, nigga, you don't see number of trophies in the window. You know what I'm saying? The coaches know what they talking about and shit. Got a lot of energy and a lot of love for the sport and shit like that. Got some pretty good talent off in there. I've been in there a few times. See the guys go in there and move around a little bit. And they got some very good talent off in there, man. So if I can improve, it would be to give some shine to them guys, show some love to them.
Damn, so you saying that the girl who was just, she had to fight niggas, she had to spar niggas, and she got the brakes beat off of her?
Yeah, by this chick from Colombia.
Damn.
That's the same one I told you. I sparred her, and I had to put something on the motherfucker. Because I'm a guy that's pretty reserved, so they'll put the women off in there with me sometimes because I'm just gonna move around. And I ain't trying to come back with nothing, but she's a very hard puncher. Like for a woman, I don't think I ever seen a woman that punched like her. Like she can really hit. And she got off on me a couple of good ones, and I let her make it a couple of times, and then she came with another one. And next thing you know, nigga, I came back with the right hand and brought back the hook on that motherfucking ass and knocked her to the other side of the ring. She did not go down, but I guess the argument could be made if the ropes wasn't there, she probably would have went down. And I did feel bad about the shit, you know what I'm saying? But hell, this girl here, she might have been like 6'1" or something like that. And she was filled out too, nigga. Like she would definitely be a heavyweight in the game. I don't know what she fought at or nothing like that, but this girl was huge. And she hit you stay hit. And I had to come back with something, nigga. Let her know you just can't be teeing off on the motherfucker like that. You know I'm off in here moving around with you, just working on defense, and you over there trying to knock a motherfucker out. Well, shit, you can feel some of these some wood too, bitch. For real. Came back with the 2 and brought back the 3 on the motherfucking
ass. Hey, I'm over here seeing that Clarissa Shields clip just play in my mind.
And when she got dropped in the gym,
yeah,
sometimes you got to come back with something, man. You can't just let them sit up there and tee off on you all day long. And then it's for them too, because at the same time, when they get off in the ring with somebody, everybody not gonna just stand there and let you beat on them. Sometimes they gonna fight back. And this girl here, she was very intimidating looking. So most of the time, people lose before they even get in the ring. But when she ran into somebody that was fighting back, and it was a real fight, it wasn't assault, it was mutual combat, I saw a difference. And that stayed with me ever since. Like I already kind of thought about it, but it really solidified it in my mind that you ain't seen nothing until you see them in the ring with somebody that's fighting back. Like that's for real. I'm talking about on whatever level that you are. I don't give a fuck if you fighting dogs. You gotta roll them and see them in the ring with somebody that's coming back with resistance and coming back with some shots. So we need to see Boots Ennis and all the motherfuckers. Let's see him in the ring with somebody that's fighting back, coming back with something.
Hey, I think, and I always be saying this, but we talk about like just like the best trainers and shit, and I always feel like at the best trainer out there is probably at that level. Because to me, I think more than just accolades, the best trainer is the guy who could just get the most out of their guys. You know what I'm saying? You can maximize, what they could give you. And that's not always, the guys who is, getting the championships. Because like we say, you starting off with some good ass horses. You know what I'm saying? The jockey is only as good as his horse. So, it's guys out there that's just getting the most out of some of these fighters, but just at the lower level and they're not having the accolades. So to me, a trainer that comes to mind would be Barry Hunter. I think he get the most out of his fighters.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wish my old coach would have got a chance to have some real talent, like one of them guys that started fighting when they was 6, 7 years old and was very talented. Uh, I thought about him when I watched Pacheco because I wanted the shotgun jab, and that's something that my coach would have gave to him. You know what I'm saying? Like my coach, he was very athletic. He got a scholarship to play linebacker at Grambling, so he was athletic, but at the same time, he had some deficiency. Like he ain't had the best chin and stuff like that. So he was real big on defense. He didn't want you in there getting hit when you ain't got to get hit. He was real big on the jab too. Like he was straight up break your jab down and build it back up. Like I had when I met him, I already been fighting since I'm 14, and I met him when I'm like 16. And he telling me that I gotta learn how to throw a jab again. And like, nigga, what you mean I gotta learn how to throw a jab? I know how to throw a jab. Now you don't know how to throw a jab like I want you to throw that motherfucker. And he shut down all being in the ring. Like ain't no sparring or nothing until you get this jab the way I want you to have it. And once I saw where he was coming from with the shit, and I got it down a little bit, and I understood what he meant, because I was just kind of like when the way it was, like if I hit mitts with somebody, like the Mexicans at the gym, they would meet your hands with the pads. So like they would kind of slap your hands with the pads, and they make a real loud pow pow pow. So it sound impressive, but when it translated to a real fight, ain't nobody gonna meet your fist with their face. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to punch through these pads on your own. And one of the things that people did, like let's say they throw a double jab or a triple jab, it'd just be like a little ta ta ta. But when you with him, it'd be like boom, boom, boom. And when I seen that shit, I was like, yeah, I understand what Coach trying to do. And that made boxing so much easier. I was able to be in a ring with people that were much more experienced than me, but I done got some of this real technical knowledge from my coach that he made that shit a lot closer. Shit, I got in the ring with America one day and shocked everybody. Shocked the whole motherfucking gym. That's the number one dude in the gym. That's a national champion. And went off in there and gave America ass some smoke. You know what I'm saying? Shocked everybody. Yeah, man. So I wish I could have seen Coach with like a real talent. Somebody that fought when they was started when they was 6 or something like that, and got the frame, got the athleticism, got the temperament, got the dedication. I think he could have been one of the top coaches in the game. I really do. I ain't just saying that shit because he was my coach. I'm just talking about what he brings to a motherfucker. Like he can change your life in boxing. Like you could be somebody that go to war every day, and my coach can turn you into somebody that can hit and not get hit. No matter if you tall with long arms or you short with short arms, he can teach you how to fight the best way for you. He had people that was short, he had people that was tall, and he was able to show them to what they needed to do for them. So I think that's what make a good coach. That's one reason why I love Robert Garcia as a coach so much, because I see him with different types of fighters. Some people like Customato, you don't want to take no long rangy fighter to Customato. You rather take him to somebody like Angelo Dundee. But if you get like a short, compact Mike Tyson type motherfucker, you want to take him to Customato. But you got some coaches that can train no matter what your body type is. And those are the coaches that I gravitate towards.
Yeah, okay, damn. That's what I was about to ask too. Like, do you feel there's like do you feel that trainers out there they could train like multiple styles and like at the elite level?
It seemed like I done seen it from Robert. Like I done seen Robert off in there with Brandon Rios, somebody that's banging on the inside, got the uppercuts looking extra crispy. I'm talking about Brandon Rios is one of the best uppercut fighters that I ever seen in my life. I remember that third fight that he had against Mike Alvarado, and he looked so motherfucking good in that fight, man. He was listening to Robert, and Robert had him on point. Marcos Maidana came to Robert, and Robert gave him a jab, and he made him a little bit more technical to go along with the ruggedness. I haven't seen him with people like Mikey Garcia that could be a technician. You know what I'm saying? I see the same thing with Bam. Bam Rodriguez right now, he a southpaw and he a technician. And Robert got him looking outstanding. You know what I'm saying? I see some improvements in the Adolfo Delgado a little bit. I know you ain't real high on him, but I think he got some potential. And if he keeps on listening to Robert, I think Robert can get him right. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just see like a variety of fighters with Robert. And that's why I think he might be the best in the game in my opinion.
Before I get to Eric, question. Rod X, he's saying Buddy McGirt is a good trainer, and I think he a good trainer. The only thing, okay, so we got to understand, Buddy McGirt, he been training for less than 20 years, so he still haven't had a chance to like bring up a fighter from scratch, the age of 8 years old and up, from the amateurs maybe. He still ain't got his chance yet. But as a pro, it's like he gets fighters when they need to work on something or multiple things, and they've kind of been exposed. They usually got losses when they come to him, so he just ain't had that chance to have that top athlete, which will propel him into maybe being a trainer that everybody start trying to go to before they fighter takes a loss and shit.
Man, the only thing about Buddy McGirt is I just can't forget what happened with the Mayweather and Gotti fight. That motherfucker Mayweather light his ass up with a 5-punch combination, and Buddy McGirt talking about, don't worry. What you mean, don't worry? Nigga, did you just see this combination that he just lit this man up with? And you talking about, don't worry. Arturo, don't worry. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, that's your instruction. Don't worry. Like, man, I'll never forget that shit, man. That was one of the worst coaching performances that I ever seen. He didn't have no answers for this man. Only thing he telling him is don't worry. And he getting the ass whooping of the century.
Man, I don't know why. I was thinking about that fight the other day. I watched some highlights of it, and I was thinking about how we was debated on if Terrence versus Earl was more vicious than that. And I know you end up having a change of mind, but I was just thinking about that fight again, and I'm like, bruh, I don't know no other fight where a nigga just constantly got 10-8'd like every fucking round.
Yeah. Yeah, that was tough.
But Eric, he asking us what we think about Coach Calvin Ford. That's brother Abdul, Gervonta's trainer. What you think about him?
We're incomplete. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Andre Ward trainer. Like, I got to see it with somebody else. Like, he the opposite of my coach. Like, my coach, I think he had the aptitude, but he just didn't have the talent. I think he got the talent. He got Gervonta Davis from the ground up, and this dude just got all kind of ability, all kind of talent. I would like to see him do it with somebody else. And then I'll say, well, okay, yeah, this dude got it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, Andre Ward trainer. What's his name?
Virgil. Hunter.
Virgil. I seen it with Andre, but I don't know if I seen it with nobody else, but I do have the opportunity to see a little bit now since he got the Olympic bronze medalist from the UK. The dude that went the distance, Joshua Boatsy. Yeah, so maybe we get a chance to see with Boatsy. But as far as Calvin Ford, I would like to see it with another fighter first. Maybe another style too. He got the short southpaw, compact power puncher. Maybe I could see a little bit different if I saw him with like somebody with like a medium frame or like a taller frame, orthodox. I ain't even seen how his fighters look when they just got a straight orthodox stance. How are they able to work off the jab and all this kind of shit? I can't see that. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a southpaw that he known for. So I think it's an incomplete story. But I think that he might got the intangibles, like as far as being able to relate to his fighter, um, like somebody that the fighter trusts and just whatever he say, he really listening to, and he buying in, like he all in with the coach. I think he the type of guy that can bring that kind of energy, uh, according to what I've seen so far. Because it seems like Tank might be somebody that's hard to reel in, but with Coach Ford, it seemed like he got 100% trust and belief in this dude. And that's one reason why their relationship done worked for so long. And it might be one reason why they done got as far as they done got to. You know what I'm saying? So as far as his straight coaching, I got to see a little more, but it looked like I see some evidence from his intangibles that he got some good shit going on.
Um, the one thing that made me have just a questionable viewpoint of Ford, it was that Mario Barrios fight. Every time like Gervonta, he go into the corner and he just playing around with the crowd and talking to his mom, and Calvin, he's saying like, Gervonta, stay focused, and Gervonta not listening to pretty much like every round too. So that stood out to me, but I'm not just gonna say nothing all negative about it. I think that Calvin Ford, like it's been said that he kind of like picked Gervonta up and like brought him into the gym. So I think that he served as an important piece like in his life. And I think it would be great for him to always be part of the team and in the corner. But I don't think that he's just like the best trainer. I just think, he got a talented athlete, but he don't got Gervonta's full respect.
Yeah, based on skills, I wouldn't even. I kind of think that Wally Moses might actually be a better coach than him, but I won't be surprised if Calvin Ford have the intangibles over him though.
Yeah. And see, this one thing now that I'm looking into, and motherfuckers gotta appreciate it. This goddamn Ben Davison. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about this motherfucker, but he produced winners.
That's the former Tyson Fury coach.
Yeah, Tyson Fury. Now he working with Joshua. I think he was working with.
He
Was
was
he
working
working
with
with
Josh
Josh
Taylor.
Taylor?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna say after Josh Taylor left McGuigan, I think he went to that guy, and he had him looking worse.
and it's some other fighters in between that, but oh yeah, he didn't work with Devin Haney, so it's like for the most part, this nigga picking, he pumping out winners.
Well, he getting the talent. I think that McGuigan is a hell of a trainer too.
Yeah,
I see he be winning Coach of the Year all the time over there in the UK and shit. I think he won last year.
see, I think somebody like Ben Davison, I think they like a good motivator because Tyson Fury said it was Ben Davison who like just got him to working out. Remember when he had all that weight on him?
Yeah.
He said it was Ben who was just motivating him to like work out and working out with him. So he might be like one of these personalities that just bring a very positive vibe to the team every day and shit, and that is important. And yeah, he might be like that.
I feel you on that, but I thought that was probably not right for Tyson Fury though, because it seemed like Big Tyson is a little better than Little Tyson. So if he putting the pressure on him for him to cut down and wait and stuff so he can slide around and be fleet of foot, I don't think that worked as good as the Sugar Hill Stewart type of approach where we gonna work with the weight and we gonna use the weight to our advantage and lean on the opponent and do all this kind of shit, tire him out, put that Kronk style on him where we don't take a step back and we just keep coming to him, bringing that pressure. I think that worked a little bit better for Tyson Fury over the Davison, because with Davison he scored a draw against Wilder, but with Sugar Hill he got 2 stoppages. So I think that's a little bit of evidence.
And they said he was about to throw the towel in that first Wilder fight, like he had the inexperience.
Yeah, well, hell, that way he got dropped though, man, I wouldn't have been too mad at him.
Speaking of Sugar Hill, he just lost two of his fighters. Lawrence Okoli, he's no longer going to be working with him, and that prospect out of the UK, Ben Whitaker, he's no longer going to be working with Sugar Hill either.
Okay, I want to see what Ben Whitaker gonna do. Who was the first one you said?
Lawrence Okoli.
Yeah, that motherfucker. They're disappointing me. I thought he was gonna be good. I mean, his style always been kind of raggedy to me, but it seemed like it worked for him. But he got off in there with that Chris Billiam Smith, and Billiam Smith is tough as fuck. That motherfucker went the distance against the other one. What's the other top guy?
Richard Reactpour.
Reactpour. There we go. He went the distance. Well, no, he didn't. Did he? I think he did go the
Yeah,
distance.
yeah.
Yeah, so I know that motherfucker tough. It's another one that was off in there too. The guy got a win over Michael Lawal. Like 24-2 amateur record. Won the schoolboys. I think he won the ABAs. He I think he went the distance with one of them, either Reactpour or the other one, Coley. I can't think of his fucking name though. He had a fight not that long ago. Like I said, he beat the Michael Lawal guy. But he tough as a motherfucker too. But yeah, Coley, man, he just a disappointment, man. Hopefully he go to a trainer that he can gel with and they can start putting together a good product in the ring, because I'm definitely disappointed in him.
Yeah, I think with both of them boys, it might just have been the country difference. It just what I'm saying, just wouldn't work out. They just got to get a trainer within a country, and I can respect that. Like you just calling it quits, just facing the truth,
Yeah, for sure.
Um, the one it seemed like, I guess that's what happening with Derrick James and AJ. Like I don't know if they're gonna come back together again.
Yeah. That is, because you don't see that every day. A motherfucker go up, go down, and come back up again. That is some amazing shit. We're gonna see where he go with it.
Yeah, and then if he didn't have success the last two times without working with Derrick, shit, the nigga he might feel like he don't need him, or shit, he don't want to have to pay him as well. I don't know. You never know how it's gonna go.
It's the traveling. He said he don't want to be coming to America all the time. He rather work with the motherfuckers over there in the UK, closer to home.
Yeah, and then I understand that. I think that'd be the problem with most of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because you just out of your home for so long. I mean, these motherfuckers in their 30s with families and shit. That ain't like being a 18 or a 22-year-old.
That is true, because I think Tyson Fury said the same thing about working with Sugar Hill. So I think that's about right. That might be why Ben Whitaker, I know he young and stuff, so he don't really fit this, but he might still want to stay a little closer to home instead of having to do a bunch of traveling and shit just to train. And you spend a lot of time with your trainer too. I mean, your trainer like your fucking second father or something to you. That's a motherfucker you see 5 days out the week or more. So
Sometimes, yeah, you living with his ass and shit.
yep, all kind of shit.
It's just how the rappers, when they be talking about when they be on them tour buses and shit, touring for 9 months out the year.
Yeah.
I'll probably run. It's like the 3-hour mark. It's like 12 more minutes from now.
Yeah, I'm over here starving like Marvin Gaye and this motherfucker. I'm sitting up here thinking of what I can go in there and eat.
Yeah, nigga, you must be on that late night dinner. Damn.
Actually, I've been doing the fasting thing, so I've only been eating for 8 hours out the day and shit.
that 8-hour window.
Yeah, that's why that shit got that food on my mind. Everything sound good. I'm talking about, I think about oxtail, smoked oxtail sound good. Some fucking chicken, like some baked chicken or something like that. Steak sound good. Everything sound good when it comes to my head. Ain't bullshit. But that's
what's your window hours?
From 12 to 8.
Oh, okay, damn, yeah.
12 to 8, no breakfast. Wait till noon to eat. 12 to 8, that's the window. Outside of that, no eating, no snack, no snacking. See, that was the first step, cutting out snacks. And then when I went from that to the window, you know what I'm saying? But once you cut out snacks and you able to stabilize your blood sugar and shit a lot, you don't really get the hunger pains as much. But now that I done been on it for a little while, it seems like it's starting to catch up to me. But I have got pretty trim around this motherfucker though, so it's paying some dividends. That's why I'm staying with it. But it ain't easy though, and especially when I went for a walk the other day. Had a goddamn food truck out there. Food truck food was smelling good as fuck, my nigga. I ain't bullshit. I don't know what they was cooking, man. I looked at the side of the truck. It said that it was some Southern cuisine. Whatever that shit was, they had it smelling good, man. I almost stopped and pulled up on that truck, man, and got some of that food. But I said, yeah, I said, no, I'm gonna stay disciplined and stay down. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's because like that was probably that southern food, all the shit you talking about, the oxtails and all that.
Ooh.
Hey, do y'all like on the major highways out there, do y'all be having it where like motherfuckers they just like start setting up with like tents and shit and just cooking on the side of the road?
No, I ain't never seen that, but they do be like on the express little on the side of the highway to the express lane shit, and like they'll be in parking lots, like at a church or like a school or something like that. So like not directly on the highway, but near the highway, you will see them though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, yeah, and they'll set up like they pull out tables and stuff, huh? And just start setting up their stuff.
Yeah, but they even got the portable ones too. Like I don't know how the fuck they got that shit, but like I see a truck and it'll have like a trailer attached to it, and the trailer will have a grill, it'll have a table, it'll have chairs, it have everything on that motherfucker. So like they riding and cooking and eating all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You'll just have to see what I'm talking about. I know this shit sound crazy, but I'm dead serious.
Nah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like okay, it's like yeah, because they like driving, you know what I'm saying, like while they doing it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Nigga, I see the motherfucker one day, boy. I wanted to be on the back of that truck so bad, nigga. That barbecue was smelling good, my nigga. I am not lying. Man, they looked like they were happy, they were having a good time and shit like that. Well, yeah, that's they definitely got it for you.
Yeah, hey, we got we got this shit out here called the Big Red Bus. Now it's this bus where it's like the upstairs and downstairs as well. But it's like you can hop on this bus and they just it's like a party on the bus. They you know what I'm saying, they got like alcohol on the bus and shit.
Oh yeah, I done heard of them party buses before.
Yeah, so it's like a party bus, it's just like roam like all fucking day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But on like the major highways, the Mexicans out here, they just like nigga, they block off the walking way out of the sidewalk when they post up they shit.
Yeah,
that's how they giving it up out here,
yeah.
cooking their ass off.
And that food truck food be different a lot of the time too, man. That'd be some of the best food in the city.
Hell yeah.
Real shit.
Like it'd be so they're like after in your city you're gonna find out like which ones is which. You got some good ones and you got like some,
Yeah.
yeah, it just take a while, but you're gonna find them bitches out.
My first time eating Maria tacos was on a food truck, and that shit was so damn good. That was actually my first food truck experience. Like I didn't really know that it was good like that until I ate that shit. And since then, nigga, when I see a food truck, if I ain't in training camp mode on my diet, I go give them some business and show some love.
Yeah, yeah. And like when you find one that you like, you shit, try to follow their Instagram or whatever. So you just, see where they gonna be at.
Yeah,
That's if you want to fuck with them, support their shit again. You like their shit.
Yeah, a lot of them they'll pull up to the jobs and shit at lunchtime, and the motherfucker be flying out there trying to get that shit. Motherfucker come out there and sell all that shit on lunch. Yeah, them food trucks be hitting men if they know what they doing.
Yeah, yeah. Like they have like days out here. Let's say like on a Tuesday, they might meet up at one park. It might be like 30 different trucks. They do shit like that every day. In every city, you're gonna have like a spot where they all meet up at as well.
Yeah.
Then I know y'all got shit where like in the mornings, you might see like a lady selling the tamales and shit.
Nah, we don't really have a lot of them small little vendors. Like if they ain't in a truck, you don't really see them. Like I know some places they got the people out selling the hot dogs and stuff like that. We really ain't got that down here, man. Like I have never seen a Spanish lady out selling tamales and stuff. I've seen it on the internet and like on TV, like on the news or something, but I ain't never seen it out here.
Oh, okay. It's typical at like any like school for kids. You'll just see like somebody there parked close to wherever people drop the kids off. They just post up right there, pull out like they signs, open a trunk, and nigga, bam, nigga, we selling tamales, we got horchata. That's how they're giving it up.
Yeah.
Getting it.
Yeah, I ain't mad at them, man. I'm about to go ahead and jump my ass out this shit, man. We right at the 3-hour mark, huh?
Yeah, there we go. Shit, I'm about to, I'm gonna close it down. So shit, I believe, I can say we all held it down for MZ. I believe that nigga, he'll be proud. He probably gonna listen to this shit, and he'll be back with us by next week, I believe.
What fight we got this weekend?
We Jared Anderson fighting. I know that's
Oh yeah, FL Job and shit. We got the ESPN card.
yeah, that ESPN card. So he trying to bounce back after all that controversy and shit. So yeah, he fighting.
You got Jordan the Thrill Gill going against Zelfa Barrett. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, that's my boy Zelfa Barrett. He's still, trying to get his way back to that title contention. That's my dog. Oh, we got this cold fight tomorrow actually. Angela Leo versus at World Bias. Remember him?
That's Pro Box. That's Pro Box.
Yeah, hey, that's where we gonna be at tomorrow, nigga. That's where we at with it.
But for sure on Saturday, I'm gonna need y'all boy to drop a link for that DAZN card with Eli Scottney and Jordan the Thrill Gill.
Yeah, that's that card in England. Yeah, Eli Scott. That's that women's featherweight. Yeah. So
we got that Rhiannon Dixon too. She fighting against that Carvajal. She had a tough fight against what's the woman from Scotland or Ireland? One of them, Katie Taylor.
Katie Taylor.
Yeah, she had a tough fight with Katie Taylor, so I know she's gonna fight back.
Yeah, that's for that WBO. That WBO is on the line for that one.
And Dixon don't have no amateur background. She literally got 0 fights. So I think there's a chance that she might get upset. But we'll see though, because I know the politics behind her and shit.
Hey, I gotta mention on that ESPN card, yo nigga, you love that nigga punches and shit. That damn Robertson Conceição, yo nigga fight.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he fight like right before FA.
I ain't even know. I ain't even see that motherfucker on the card.
Yeah, that's your nigga. Yeah.
He might get retired. I wonder if he fighting somebody good.
I don't think so. Abdullah Mason, he fight also.
Yeah, I saw he got a fight coming up. He probably get a knockout. It looked like they trying to get him like some showcase type shit. But I ain't know about Conceição, man. I'm about to go check this shit out.
And then it's a fight on Sunday. Our nigga Jalalov, he fight on Sunday.
I was wondering when the fuck he was gonna fight. I'm like, God damn, they even signed the man to put him on the shelf. It seemed like they signed him so they can protect that motherfucker.
Anderson.
Yeah. That's what I'm sitting over here thinking. Like, y'all signed that nigga to get him off his ass.
Because y'all know my nigga Jalalov gonna ice his ass when he get that chance.
Yeah. But I'm glad he finally getting back in the mix, though, getting some action. As a matter of fact, we got a tough fight to predict. It's hold on, let me find it real quick. You got Granit Xhela versus Alexander Zakatsi. Alexander Zakatsi, he is a former sparring partner for Alexander Usyk. He is 6'9". He got a jab in the right hand, but he coming off a year layoff, and he going to fight this guy Granit Xhela in his backyard. I want to say they're gonna be fighting in Germany or something like that. I found an amateur record for Granit Xhela, but I couldn't find one for Zakatsi. But I did see that he can fight, and like I said, he's a former sparring partner for people like Usyk. and he come from Ukraine, so I won't be surprised if he got an amateur background. I think that's a guy that we could potentially keep an eye on. You know what I'm saying? Because he's 6'9" and it look like he got some boxing skill. So that's another one to check out on Saturday.
Damn. Okay. Damn. Yeah, that's a whole nother one. Alexander Zakowski, or however you say this nigga name.
I don't know how you supposed to pronounce it, but yeah, I don't even know. Oh, that's gonna be on YouTube.
Oh, okay, probably okay. Stream it on YouTube for us.
Yeah, Agon Sports on YouTube.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I don't got to worry about no streams for that. We good then.
Yeah, so we got it, man. I'm about to go ahead and jump out, man. Good chopping up with you, my nigga.
Yeah, you know, I'll send a reminder out for that Pro Box card tomorrow. Just make sure niggas watching this shit. But yeah, we gonna be on.
All right, man. That's the bet, man. Salute to the chat, man. We're gonna get with y'all on the next one. I'm gone.
So gone. Yeah, I'm gonna shut this bitch down.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Like I said, MZ, he'll be back next week. So he you know what I'm saying? Maybe he'll be running this bitch. If not, we'll be back at it for y'all. Gone.